Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Let's start again. Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderella Mouse and I'm here today with an oldie but a goodie, Dragon Age Origins. Now I'm going to have to put ad on this video because I'm affiliated with the EA Creator Network and it's an EA affiliated game. And just UK rules, the way I understand them, because I'm affiliated with the company, it's seen as advertising, so I have to put ad on it. Even though EA have definitely not asked me to do this, I don't think they're interested in promoting Origins anymore. They've had a few other Dragon Age games since then. In fact, I think I got this for free. Just in a free promotion that they did on like the EA app before like I even joined the EA Creator Network. Like that's how old this game was. I think it was made in like 2009. So yeah, and I totally missed it. I had just had my first child, so I had a 1-year-old baby running around, and I don't think my computer at the time, I didn't have any money, so I didn't have a good PC, and I think my PC was just full of Sims. And so yeah, I got it for free in a promotion like years later, and I just never got around to playing it. I did play Inquisition for a bit, and I do have a bit of a half series on Veilguard on my channel. Now after playing Inquisition and knowing a bit about the Dragon Age games and seeing all the hype, I was expecting a lot from Veilguard and I was really disappointed with it. It was not what I thought it was going to be. So go and watch that series if you're interested in my thoughts on Veilguard. I don't understand what happened because I've played this game a little bit over the past couple of days, which is why I decided to kind of like share it with you guys. I've got stuff to say about it. I don't know what happened between Origins and Veilguard, but they lost so many good things along the way. Anyway, I'm gonna jump into it and yeah, let's go to the opening scene. New game. Oh, I've got some DLC installed. Again, I think it just came in that free promotion. Again, I might be wrong. It's been so long that I don't really remember how I got hold of it. But yeah, this is kind of like add-on content, I think. And this was the original game. So I'm going to go with this one. This is like the starter pack kind of thing. And so is the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Threnodies, 8:30.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return, but those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Okay, so there we are. I love that opening cinematic. The graphics are very, very old school, right? It is an older game, so don't expect too much from the graphics. I'm also having a lot of like issues with crashes and things like that, which is really common when you kind of play an old game on a newer spec. Like, it wasn't built for modern devices, so there's going to be a few issues, right? And it's again, EA Creator Network. I don't think it's like hidden knowledge that EA games can be a little bit buggy from time to time, so you know. But some really good points. Like, I was actually really surprised by the character creator, which I'll kind of get into in a moment. I think, you know, it had more customization than perhaps I was expecting. And I actually really like the art style that they've chosen. I think I really like this kind of very detailed, almost like very detailed but still kind of cartoonish. It's not Uncanny Valley. It's a good level of kind of like gritty realism for me. I think they got the balance on this game right. Whereas Veilguard to me, I think looked too cartoonish. It looked a bit Pixar for me, which took away some of the tone from these kind of like gritty RPG, kind of darker storylines that we're used to getting. It kind of Disney-fied the brand for me in a direction that I think a lot of people didn't enjoy. What else do I want to say as well? The opening cinematic, I really love that. I love that Veilguard did keep that that kind of visual from the start, like kind of almost like a scroll effect, where they had like pictures explaining the history. They did keep that for Veilguard, and I thought that was really cool. What else as well? It also makes me think of The Sims Medieval. I'm a big fan of The Sims Medieval. I really want them to do a remake, and the opening cinematic of that was voiced by Patrick Stewart. I think, you know, you can see where they got that vibe from. I think this game came out at a similar time. So, yeah, a lot of nostalgia for me already. A lot of things that, you know, really kind of like, I want to say pricked up my ears, but kind of like pricked up my heart, if that makes sense. I was quite quickly invested. And so, yeah, let me talk about this, which is my favorite thing, not the character creator, but you can see it here. So it says the background you select will determine which of six distinct opening stories you play through. I am mind blown by this. Again, I've kind of dabbled around with this a little bit. I've kind of explored a tiny bit. The idea of actually playing through your origin story and having like 6 different storylines to choose from right at the beginning of the game. I am so invested. I love that. I really wish more games did that. And I'm shocked because I went and did a little bit of research afterwards. And Dragon Age Origins was the first game. And then I believe like Dragon Age 2, they dropped that. And I was like, why did you drop that? This is the coolest part of the game for me. Why wouldn't you do that again? And so what I love about this is you basically, let me just kind of close this. It also affects how the characters respond to you throughout the game. So for me, for a start, replayability, super duper high. It's these different backgrounds here. Like, you could play the game as 6 different characters and have a different experience each time. A little bit like Baldur's Gate. And guys, if you've seen my channel before, you know that I am such a huge fan of Baldur's Gate. I think anyone who isn't has lost the plot, because for me it's like the peakest of peak games. And so, you know, the idea of kind of like doing something like Baldur's Gate but actually having kind of like a pre-game where you play as Astarion, you know, or a little bit as Karlach, you know, trying to escape the Hells and having to like jump on board the Nautiloid to get out of the Hells, you know, to have had those little opening adventures that are unique to each character or each background. I think that's an incredible, really novel idea that I don't think I've encountered before. I wish that more games would do that. I hope more games do that in the future. It's something that I would love to see in the next Dragon Age game, if there is one after Veilguard, because the reception on that was not great. I hope there is. I would love for a studio like Larian to take on the reins of something like Dragon Age. I think they'd do a really, really good job with it. What else as well? Like Baldur's Gate, if they did another Baldur's Gate, whatever they're doing with Divinity. If they did do a Sims Medieval remake, this kind of, again, actually playing through your background and playing through your backstory. I love this. I really like how it gives you a unique view of the whole world and what it's like to live in like different places or different classes or different, groups of races within this entire it really does do a lot of lore and world building for me, and I really feel like that's something that Veilguard missed out on, because with Veilguard you start as Rook, and no matter what you pick as your background and no matter what you do, no matter what character you've created in your own mind, it's almost like you're playing through someone else's fanfic. It's very linear. Your background is barely referenced. It barely makes any impact on the gameplay. And when you're choosing dialogue choices, your character speaks for you and says something completely different from what you meant. So I really felt like the character customization, while you could create someone who looked visually pretty cool, the actual personality of that character was already decided for you. So again, I don't know where BioWare and EA went wrong along the way. I don't know how they, lost the good things about the original game, but they really did. So let me show you this, because again, maybe you've played this game before and you're like, yes, you get it, this is how I feel about it. Maybe you feel differently. Feel free to comment down below in the comments section. I think it's really good to, revisit games like this, or, go back to games that we missed at the time and kind of see what all the fuss was about, and to have conversations around it, because I think conversations make better games. So yeah, let me jump into it and show you kind of what I've got going here. So my plan is I'm going to actually play through all 6 different backgrounds and their kind of like backstories, so that we can get a real view of the whole world of like what's going on situationally is it Thedas? I can't remember like the bigger world is. I feel like it's Thedas, maybe I'm wrong. And we get that kind of all those different viewpoints of what's going on. I will precursor this now and say that there is some issues with this game in terms of storyline and the themes. So it is going to be an adult themed game. There's going to be some very, very controversial topics, especially around sexual violence, and also the game does feel quite misogynistic. These are some of the common criticisms that I've seen people mentioning when they've talked about the game, kind of when I've been watching videos about people reacting to Veilguard, and so on the one hand, it does feel outdated in terms of being a bit misogynistic. On the flip side of that, if you're playing as a game where you're the hero and there's things that are wrong with the world, sexual violence, especially towards women, is such a huge real world threat. And on the one hand, should it always be used as a motivator for, plot development? I think yes, if it's done sensitively, but it is a real thing that people face around the world today, and historically throughout the world. So I think it does have a place in the dialogue. I think maybe it's overused in this game, and I would prefer a more sensitive approach to that in any future games. However, I do think Veilguard felt very, I don't like the word woke, but like overly woke, almost like it was Disney-fied or completely like it went through some kind of corporate filter where anything that could be even slightly problematic got removed. So you had no real sense of, for me anyway, no real sense of, bad guys versus good guys, because the bad guys, I mean, some of them were, but, I think, having plot motivation is important to feel like you're doing good and to feel like you're achieving something. So again, I want to do that huge trigger warning because it's not for everybody. Think Game of Thrones, right? If Game of Thrones gave you the ick, this is probably going to give you the ick. But, for people who like those dark, gritty storylines where you are taking on, big problems in the world, then it might be something that does motivate you. So again, a very nuanced grey area, definitely a lot of room for discussion with that, and I wanted to give you a heads up. So yeah, let's talk. My first character is going to be a dwarf. Now, I think this is the first time I've ever felt like truly excited to play a dwarf in a game, and I think it's purely because you get these unique backstories. Excuse me for a moment. Okay, sorry about that. It's half term in the UK, or school holidays, so there might be some background noise. My house is a busy house and I've got neighbours, so if you hear background noise, just ignore it. No, you didn't. And I may have to stop and start just a little bit. But yeah, this is the first time I've probably been excited to play a dwarf, and I think it is because they have unique dwarf-themed backstories, like they have dwarf backgrounds, and I do like the way they look. A lot of the time I'm not entirely taken with the dwarf aesthetic in computer games, but I think they look really cool in this game. I don't know what it is about them, but I'm like, I'm down with the dwarves. I'll show you quickly, like elves and humans. The elves are actually smaller than humans. This is a human, this is an elf, which I think is a hot take. I don't think I've ever seen that before, where elves are smaller. Normally I feel like elves are kind of like tall and elegant. If I think of like Lord of the Rings, I don't normally think of them as, unless they're kind of like cartoon elves, like the Elf on the Shelf, and then they're like tiny. But normally like fantasy game story elves are like tall, elegant beings, they're like the old humans of the forest. And then humans are like the like stout version of like, I don't know what we became when we get too many potatoes or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to start out with a dwarf, which I think is kind of a controversial choice, quite frankly. But I have an NPC in my D&D campaign called Cheddar Beefsteak, and he's pretty cool. He's a blacksmith, and yeah, definitely kind of like barbarian fighter vibes. He's like strength, because he deals with weapons, right? He knows how to handle them. He's military trained, and he's a really good guy. He's a decent guy, which is actually why he left kind of like his previous job as a soldier. He had a disagreement about his orders, and he kind of like left his kind of like home city to become a blacksmith in the neighboring city. So he does have a really strong moral compass, but he doesn't take any BS. He he'll fight people if he needs to, and he can be a little bit short-tempered, but a pretty decent, down-to-earth guy. Very loud, very jokey. He loves a pint, kind of thing. So I'm gonna make Cheds, Cheddar Beefsteak, one of my favorite names. So yeah, I'm obviously gonna go for the warrior class, and you can see some details about that here. There's also the mage class, which is like wizard, and the rogue class. This is all you get. I'm surprised that DLC didn't add more classes. Maybe it did, maybe there's some DLC that I'm missing, but I think it would have been nice to have seen a few more of the classic kind of like D&D type options here. It does look like there's space for them. Maybe they just didn't want to do all the backgrounds for that. Maybe they're like, that's a lot of background we'd have to code in. But yeah, anyway, Cheds, he's going to be a warrior, and you have the choice of either a dwarf commoner or a dwarf noble. Cheds, technically speaking, is a dwarf noble, but he is an illegitimate child of indeterminate ancestry. I'll talk about that a little bit more when I get into the character creator, but yeah, he is not recognized as a noble, so I'm going to go for dwarf commoner. And so in this world, it says that born casteless, again, just a heads up about certain themes, you are going to see fantasy racism, for example, and that kind of thing, which again for me is part of the lore, it's part of the world building. It gives you something to fight against. I think it's important. I think actually the fantasy genre is a perfect place to discuss real world issues, kind of like one step removed. You know, if you think about the Drow, for example, in D&D, and the kind of racism that Black people have faced throughout history, it's a really good way to explore that in a kind of like safe space of a fantasy setting, to understand the topic better, not to cosplay as a person, but as a way to see what that feels like and to experience it and to deepen that understanding of what that can feel like. So yeah, for me, fantasy is just a really good safe space to explore really serious topics that do need discussing instead of kind of like pretending that they don't exist. Anyway, born casteless in a land where rank is everything, bound as the lackey and thug of a local crime lord, you have spent your life invisible until chance thrusts you into the spotlight, where you can finally prove whether you will be defined by your actions or your birth. So that's really interesting. Again, not quite fitting to my NPC that I had previously created, but I'm really excited to play as him because he's such a fun character. So that's what I'm choosing, and then we can go into the character creator and see all these different options, and some of these are very, very cool. So you are a little bit limited with the presets. You know, I would have loved a little bit more choice for certain things, but I think it is a fairly good amount. And yeah, you can really just jump in and get playing if you're not too into character creators or you're not really bothered about, you know, defining your character. But I am, and I don't know, I really like the way they look. I don't know, something about the proportions, that they do look like dwarves, but they also kind of look real. You know, you could walk into a pub and see a guy that looks like that. And so I like this about the game. So talking more about his noble birth, where he's from in my D&D world, there's a place called Black Mountain, which is like a volcanic lush mountain, but it's full of raw minerals and things like this. So they do a lot of mining, and they do a lot of blacksmithing, and they do a lot of fighting. And the nobles of this place are they tend to have quite red hair, like bright, kind of like ginger red hair, green eyes, and quite tanned skin. And this is the colouring that Cheddar has. So for people, it can be quite striking because he has the colouring of one of the nobles, but he's not. So people don't really know what to do with that. I feel like he probably got teased about it quite a lot, you know, by the other soldiers and the other dwarves. But yeah, let's look at this. So again, loads of skin tones. And I think they're done very, very nicely as well. I do think it's missing that very dark kind of like Saharan kind of black, but on the whole, I think there is quite a nice amount of choice here. I would have also liked a very, very kind of like porcelain white, I think would have been nice too. But he, like I say, he has quite tan skin. Now, I would say that the lighting in the character creator is slightly darker and moodier than the lighting can be in certain outside spaces in the game. So he's sometimes going to look a little bit lighter than this, but I do think that is one shade too dark. He has this kind of like orangey tan complexion. You do need to have a tattoo for a dwarf. It's part of the story. So I originally tried to remove the tattoo and it gave me a warning. It was like, no, you need a tattoo. We're going to talk about it. So I'm just going to keep this tattoo on him. It is kind of like a brand. And, you know, I don't think he would have stylized it. You know, it's just, it is what it is for him. I'm going to give him probably... I think I do quite like this hair on him. You know, I feel like he would get regular haircuts, but, you know, it does grow out. Maybe he's got a bit of pride around his hair and his beard. I want to actually select his beard as well. There's some amazing kind of like Viking style beards here as well. They're so good. Again, the graphics are a bit dated, so they do look a little bit stiff, a little bit janky around the edges. but the style of them, like the concept of them, is so good. One thing that I would say is really good about Veilguard is that the hair dynamics, they did something new and different, and oh my god, the hair is beautiful in that game. That's like the one thing they really got right. Some of the graphics as well, like the water detail, very nice. What color do I want his hair and beard to be? That's probably the right color for him, to be honest. There is this kind of like lighter ginger and this dark red, but I think that's probably more of an auburn color, which is what I had in mind. You've got a few eyebrow choices. I would have liked a few more here. I think this was probably made in the era where people had like quite thin, kind of like tadpole eyebrows. Not 90s thin, but you know, like plucking was a big deal, where you got into kind of like the later 2000s, and you know, people went back to that kind of like bushier, kind of like the girl from Labyrinth look. He would definitely have bushy eyebrows, but again, you have like no eyebrows, thin, like really thick eyebrows, thin eyebrows, or middle eyebrows. So again, I think a few more eyebrow options would have been good. That one looks too surprised for me, although I do like the bushiness on him, so I'm going to go for that one. The stubble, you can't really see because it's under the beard, but I'm just going to go like full stubble on him. And then I'm going to make that probably about there. I like the stubble to be a bit darker than the skin tone, although it does look a little bit reddy, doesn't it? It looks like red-brown. So that's too red. Yeah, no, I'll probably just go for the same colour. That looks about right. Okay, cool. His eyes. He has green eyes, again, because that is quite, you know, part of his ancestry is that he has that colouring. I do wish that the eye colour was a little tiny bit more saturated. I do think it's quite hard to kind of like see the difference. It's very subtle. So it can be hard to tell like green from brown and things like that. But like I say, definitely a green eye on him. I think I kind of like that green a little bit better. No, I think the more obvious green works. And then you have all these different things like eye spacing, which again, probably pretty common for the time. I think his eyes would be a little bit bigger, a little bit closer together. And then like brow height as well. I'm going to bring his brows down. He's very frowny. He's not in a great situation. And then I can spin him. Again, I love how much I can spin them. I love that I can get this like from the top view. I think I'm getting like a good 360 view of him here. I like that I can spin him very easily just with my mouse. Yeah, let's look at, so brow depth. So this is kind of like how sticky out the head is. He's got quite a pronounced brow. Again, he's quite a frowny dwarf. And his brow height is probably about perfect. I can adjust his nose, but honestly, I really like his nose. Again, he's probably taken a couple of punches to that. So a little tiny bit bulbous. He probably likes a drink as well, so that looks about right to me. Oh, another factor as well is the skin complexion that I didn't talk about. I did talk about tone, but you can get these ones that are like, they look really roughed up, you know, like proper like he's been in a fight. These are kind of like the tired old eye bags that you have. And then you get like clearer complexions as well for like your handsome princes and princesses, if that's what you want to do. Again, I would have liked a few more options here. These three all look a little bit too like almost like blurred out, like they've got like an Instagram filter on for me, although you can see some texture of like the pores, which I really do appreciate. And then these three, if they're great on like dwarves, but sometimes you want something that is a little bit more middle ground, especially for the girls, and I'll talk about that when we do a girl in the character creator, or a woman as I should say. Yeah, his mouth, again, probably about right. I don't think I've got a huge amount more that I need to do that. It's not letting me change that anyway. Neck and ears, it does on elves and humans. I don't know why it's not letting me on a dwarf. Ear height, one thing I wish we had here was like sticky outiness, because I do really like elf ears, and I like to do really cute sticky out elf ears, and there's no kind of like out slider, so I don't know. He's probably got bigger ears than that though. I don't know. It's been clouted around them. He's got cauliflower ears, guys. Neck thickness, he's a dwarf. He swings a two-handed weapon, so he's going to have a really strong thick neck. And then this is one of the most cool features for me. I love this. Again, I don't know if I've necessarily seen this before, but it's you customize your face card. So I can like turn him, I can change his expression. You get some like crazy ones, like look at that one. It's like his berserker face. I quite like that one. He looks like he's about to rage. He does get quite red and angry, but you can see the difference in his skin tone as well. So this is more like regular in-game lighting, and then this is like that warm firelight. So, you know, we are expecting him to be a little bit lighter. I wish there was more of an in-between color because it's not quite right, but again, we can make him look up, which gives you that kind of like sniffing the fart, looking to the future vibe. But I think he's gonna have a head down. I quite like the angle. I just want to move him a bit more left so he's a bit more centered. And then you can kind of like control the camera distance as well. So I'm going to move him out and then move him up a little bit. We want to see that glorious beard of his. And then you can change the background as well, which again, I think is really quite cool. I don't know if these ones were added later. They seem a little bit more detailed than some of the others. Which one do I want to go for him? They're very, very cool. I'll probably go for... I quite like the kind of like fiery colours for him because he is... I think I'll go for that one for him. That works. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, his voice as well. Now, this is where I would say I wished we had better options. In kind of medieval vibe fantasy games, I prefer British and European accents, or even kind of like African accents and things like this. The areas that were... the accents that would have existed in medieval times. The American accent that they sometimes use in Dragon Age games, especially the female one. If you think of Nessa as well from the original Baldur's Gate game. Nessa? Nera from the original Baldur's Gate game. You know, that kind of, hi, I'm an elf. I hate that. It really rankles me. Again, if I think of Dragon Age, you know, the voice of... I can't remember her name now. She was like the elf. She was an inventor. Her voice just sounded like she'd fallen out of a Pixar movie. To me, every time I heard it, it really rankled. Just the accent doesn't suit the game. I think American accents, especially more modern American accents, are really great for sci-fi movies. Fantasy games, again, prefer... I really like games like... Kingdom Come Deliverance, where you have like, you can hear like French accents and Eastern European accents. For me, I love that. So again, if anyone's watching this and you happen to be a computer game maker or a voice casting person and you're making a medieval game, please go for beautiful European accents and diversity as well. Like, you know, maybe my character has a French accent, maybe they have, you know, cast at least 3 voice actors. Maybe they've got a, you know, an English posh accent, maybe they've got a Yorkshire accent, you know, like give me options for accent rather than just tone. So here we get tone, so I'll go through some of them.
No, it is gone. I should do something else. I need buy, please.
How do you do? Damn, lost the spell.
See, it's a bit too American for me.
This is not good.
And to me, it does sound like maybe the same voice actor did all the voices, but with, like, different inflection. It's like when I do voices, right? It doesn't really work as well as actually having people with different accents.
Greetings. Well, that didn't work. I need some other attack.
Greetings. I cannot cast it. Charmed, I'm sure. Ah, there went the spell.
Greetings. Oh, my spell. What does it take to kill these things?
Greetings. I have lost concentration.
I quite like that one for him. Let me just check.
How do you do?
Not that one.
Greetings.
Too handsome prince.
Greetings. Charmed, I'm sure. It didn't work. I need something new. Greetings. I have lost concentration. My weapon does nothing.
I think I like Wise for him. And yeah, so you can customize the first name but not the last name. That's very, very similar to Veilguard. You have kind of like a family name in that game, depending on, like, I think, is it your background or your race? I can't really remember. But it doesn't matter what you call yourself in that game because everybody constantly calls you Rook. And it's like, why did I even pick a name? But yeah, this is Cheddar. It's spelled like that, like the cheese, but not. And I'm going to call him Cheds for sure. So yeah, that is my first character. Let's check out a little bit of his story. And one thing I love as well is I can have multiple saves, so I can actually start the game as multiple different characters and see which one I like best, and then choose to go forward with that character. Again, I love the idea of them all existing in the same world, even though technically they're in different save files, they're never going to meet. I think it'd be really cool if you did have the opportunity to play as multiple characters, and then get to that starting point and meet the other characters. So in practice, that'd be like in Baldur's Gate, you know, say I was playing as Astarion, I would do kind of like a backstory, kind of pre-game moment with Astarion, play through that bit of his story, understand where he came from, why he's there, that sort of thing, and then continue with the story and still meet Shadowheart, Lae'zel, Karlach and all that. But if I was playing as Karlach, I would be playing as Karlach, you know, running from Will in the Hells and, you know, like having to jump on board the Nautiloid. You know, to get that backstory for each of those characters would have been so cool and immersive, and really increase the playability of the game, especially if you had like cutscenes that continued the story throughout the game as well, like, and you know, extra missions for whichever background you picked. Oh, that's such a cool concept for me, and I understand it costs more to do that in a game, but I would actually prefer, I think, a shorter overall story and increased replayability rather than something again like Veilguard that for me felt very linear, and I just couldn't be bothered playing it. You know, I lost interest halfway through anyway because I was constantly playing with the same character. I couldn't even switch out with other team members in my team. Here, when you get more characters in your team, you can switch out and play as all those different people, so there's more variety of the moves you're doing and things like this. Again, I don't know what they did, like how they lost the way so badly with Veilguard, and some people love it, you know, it does suit some people, but this game suits me better. I like this game 100 times more than I liked Veilguard. If someone said to me which Dragon Age game should I play, I'd be like Origins for sure. You know, if you can deal with like the janky technical issues and like old graphics, the story, the way it's written as well, when we get into it, pay attention to both the dialogue, the story writing, the way characters talk and interact with each other, because I was constantly frustrated with Veilguard where, you know, it would give me a dialogue option and I would say something, like I would pick it thinking she was going to say something. She'd say something completely different in a completely different tone, and I'd be like, that's not what I told you to say, you know? Like the dialogue here, you know, you get a full piece of text. It's not just a snippet of what you're going to say. You can say everything that you're going to say. It's not voiced. So if you're like me and you're doing a video or you just enjoy doing voices yourself, you can voice your own character. You can say it the way you want to say it. It's much more like Baldur's Gate in that way, which for me adds immersion because you're imagining your character and how they would respond rather than it being done for you with a voiced actor and a snippet, you know, of a hint of what they're going to say. I'm going to stop ranting. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to press next and let's have a look at Ched's cutscene. I'm going to mute my mic so I don't make noise. No, I'm not. I forgot about this part. Does she even play D&D? So this is very, very similar to like if you've ever played D&D or Baldur's Gate. You know, you've got your strength, dexterity, but then there's a few different things. You've got willpower, and it says willpower represents a character's determination and mental... sorry, I'm reading from the right-hand side. Willpower represents a character's determination and mental fortitude. So this is actually used for dialogue checks, as well as things like cunning. So, you know, you'll definitely see willpower pop up as dialogue choices. And it's kind of like you're determined to do what you want to do, or you're determined to get the answer you want. And I love that. You know, one thing that I would say about D&D and Baldur's Gate is that all the intimidation, charisma, deception, all the ways you can talk yourself out of situations are all charisma based. I think things like intimidation should be strength based. You know, it's like I'm the big scary dog and I've got big scary dog privileges. I like the idea of like different characters having different methods rather than everything being charisma based. And so this is a nice change. This works really, really well. So like I say, Ched's super strong, two-handed weapon, so we're going to give him a lot of strength. You can't reduce points, so again, if you're playing D&D, you might be used to, or Baldur's Gate, you might be used to like bringing this down to like 8. You can't reduce anything, which I think is a shame. I would have liked to have brought down, for example, he's never going to do any magic, so I would have liked to have been able to reduce that. I'm also going to put his willpower up. He's quite a determined character. He's quite headstrong. You know, he can be a bit of a bull in a china shop. So willpower is something that I definitely want to increase over time. I think 12 will be enough for him now. I do want to be strength focused because that's his main thing. But yeah, that's his stats. Let's keep going. And then you get points to spend on unlocking different skills. So you've got things like poisoning, setting traps, and things like this. Again, he is a fighter by trade. So I've got a choice of either improved combat training, because he already comes with like the first level, or combat tactics. Now, I really, really, really like the way they've handled skill trees in this game. I did find Veil Guards, although it got a lot of praise and, you know, it was good, I'm not complaining about it. For me, this is very, very straightforward. I understand what each thing is. I can look ahead and think about how I want to level things up here. You could in Veilguard as well, to be fair, but I think the layout of having this kind of like flow, very, very straightforward. I really like how they spell it out for me here. So yeah, improved combat training or combat tactics. So this requires cunning, which he has 10 points of that. The character can formulate strategies quickly in battle and consequently gains a combat tactics slot. I think he would know some combat tactics, so I'm going to take that. I would also really like to give him more combat training in the future, but I only had 1 point. Here we are, talents as well. So when you've picked your skills, you then get to use your skills to pick talents. So it has a combination of your kind of like level that you're at and your kind of like what are they called? Your talent points? I don't know what they're actually called. This is talents. What are they called? Attributes. There we go. Words are hard. There we go. So talents then. So these are going to be specific to which background you choose. And so because I've chose warrior, we basically have access to all the weapon stuff. But you can't see any kind of like magic stuff here because he's not a magician. And again, I think this works perfectly. If I'd picked a rogue, you'd see things like stealth and lockpicking here. Again, very straightforward, easy to understand. I like the layout. And you know, you can really see what you're doing right at the start of the game. So I don't want him to be a dual weapon fighter. I don't want him to be an archer. I either want him to be weapon and shield or two-handed. I'm going to go for two-handed at this stage because it's really what I've got in mind for him. And I've got pommel strike. Instead of going for the fatal attack an enemy expects, the player strikes out with the weapon's blunt end, knocking the opponent to the ground unless it passes a physical resistance check. Interesting. And this eventually leads up to critical strike. So you can see and plan ahead a little bit here. The character makes a single massive swing at the target, gain a bonus to the attack. If it connects, it's an automatic critical hit. That sounds cool. Sunder arms. Oh, I love drop weapon and anything that kind of like makes the character drop their weapon, because then they can't attack you as bad, right? The character attempts to hinder a target's ability to fight back rather than going directly for a killing blow. Unless the target passes... Yeah, interesting. I like Sunder arms. Oh, mighty blow sounds very Cheds. The character puts extra weight and effort behind a single strike, gaining a bonus to attack. If it hits, the blow deals critical damage. We love critical hits. And imposes a penalty to movement speed unless the target passes. Yeah, we're doing that. And then I might go for some warrior stuff. Powerful. Through training and hard work, the warrior has gained greater health and reduced fatigue penalty for wearing armor. That sounds cool. Or Pristrike. I'm going to go with that because I want to be really like bulking him up and making him tanky. Okay, so that's his talent points. We're going to get level up, very similar to Baldur's Gate, and we'll be able to kind of like give him more attributes and talents and skill points in the future. But yeah, I'm done. I'm going to mute my mic so that I don't interrupt his cutscene, and we're going to hear a little bit about the lore of the world. I'm tripping over my words because I'm excited. And the situation that he finds himself in. And again, I love this idea of like looking through all these different viewpoints and seeing what's going on with the world as a whole, because we're getting this kind of like on the ground view by playing as all these 6 different characters. Right, I'm going to shut up and just press play. Oh, I'm back. I'm going to do it on easy. I originally picked normal, but I do want to focus a little bit more on like the story and moving the plot forward rather than kind of like grinding it out in battle, which can get a bit boring and it can be quite time consuming when I'm not intending to do like a deep dive on this video. So for now I'm going to go with easy and just focus on, you know, the context of the game, the lore, and, you know, what it's like to play as a different character in a different space.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. Can we not do this in front of my brother?
Why not? He knows the slope of the land, don't you, boy?
Right, so immediately we're hit with gender-based roles and, you know, a little bit of sexual coercion going on here, which is, one, it's not my favorite thing to encounter, but two, it does function very well as, you know, world building and, you know, situational problems that the characters are facing. What I would say is that in certain cases, if a game is going to use, you know, this kind of sexual predator kind of storyline, it shouldn't always necessarily be gendered, you know. It's not in the real world, you know. Disrespectful attitudes can go both ways, and, you know, men are victims of that kind of situation as well. So I am glad that Veilguard, you know, took a step in the direction of not thinking in such a binary way in terms of genders and gender roles and, you know, those kind of situations. In the case of the dwarves, it is intrinsic to their story that girls, you kind of see, they'll explain it a bit more, but it's intrinsic that the girls do try and get positions as concubines, and obviously sexual fertility is assigned to the female sex, not gender. So, you know, situationally for the dwarves specifically, it does make sense that they have this kind of thinking. And again, I'm not endorsing it. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying it's something that we're challenging and we're going to rise up against, and we're going to change that society, because that's the job of the hero. That's the job of the protagonist, right? One other thing as well is you do get some really dark choices in the dialogue, which I like, because while I normally play as a very positive character, I'm normally trying to save the world and be good, right? That's how I play Baldur's Gate. That's how I play in D&D. It does give you the option to be evil, very much like Baldur's Gate gives you the option to be dirge and to lean into that dynamic. You know, you can go around really upsetting people if you want to. I like that it gives you that option, because again, I like storytelling. I like character building, and, you know, if somebody wants to do a playthrough where they do see what happens if you choose all the nasty options, I like that that's allowed. Veilguard really forced you into a certain character box where you were the leader that everybody looked to. You were kind of like given all this applause and honors and respect that you hadn't done anything to deserve. You know, you picked your background, but you hadn't played through it. So, you know, people were kind of like crediting you with all this respect, and you were like, well, I've not actually done any gameplay to put me in that position, so it felt really false. And so where was I going with this? I don't even know. I like the choices that it gives you. Some of them are very funny, and they're funny in a way that's like, you know, dark humor where it's like, you know, you shouldn't say that, which is what makes it funny. So yeah, again, the game's not going to be for everyone, but I really like it. I think for the most part they got the tone right, you know, despite maybe some old school ideas of gender roles. Okay, let's just get into it. Oh, also, when I first saw these two and I heard his voice, I really thought it was, and I can't remember any names, I'm so bad with names, I'm so sorry. You know, in Veilguard, like the dwarves, the two dwarves that you start out with, she's got red hair and he's got kind of that kind of like darker complexion and hair and beard. I thought it was them. I was so excited. I was like, they're back. I remember them. And then it's like two completely different characters. So, and he's evil, so kind of disappointed about that. All right, what would Cheds do? It's not what would Cinderella do in this situation. I'm playing as a mean old dwarf. What would Cheds say? Why not? He knows the slope of the land, don't you, boy? We do want to get out of this cesspool, but you know, he's going to be saying, you know, he's got a lot of pride and he's not scared to tell people what he thinks, you know? And he does get a bit irritated by that sort of attitude. So he's going to say, hang on, I've got to get his voice. What's Ched's voice? He's a little bit like this, but deeper. Didn't I tell you not to talk that way to my sister? That's not his voice.
You told me a lot of things, not one of which meant more than a fart in the middens. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold cap teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's got to do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
Okay. So she's warning us. She's like, just play it cool, boy. Real cool. I've got to get his voice right. He's kind of a bit more Yorkshire. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going to keep going like Essex. He's right. There we go. That's a bit better. I don't like to see him treating you that way, but deeper. I don't like to see him treating you that way.
I'll treat her however I like, as long as you both eat off my plate. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brats. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life.
I feel like Cheds would have knocked this guy out a long time ago if it wasn't for his sister. Like, he would have had none of it. But situationally, he doesn't have very many choices, you know? I have to point out, I don't think I'm good at voices, by the way. I'm not doing voices thinking like, oh, I'm so good at voices, I should be a voice actor. I know I'm a bit rubbish. I try and do a Welsh accent and it comes out Indian. I'm that kind of voice actor, okay? But it's fun for me. And when I'm playing computer games, I want to have fun, okay? So I'm doing voices. Deal with it. Yorkshire. We kept our part of the deal. I've gone Essex again. We kept our part of the deal. We kept our part of the deal. I'll get it.
Well, unless I start seeing results, we're going to renegotiate. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
If you're ever casting, you know, if anyone's ever like, hey, I love this character, Cheddar Beefsteak, yeah, let's make a movie about him. Please cast someone with an actual deep Yorkshire accent. Don't have someone like me putting a fake accent on. All right, thanks. Thanks, Disney. Cheddar Beefsteak, coming soon to theatres near you. I feel like it'd be like, what's the guy that's from computer games? I can't think of his name. Okay, concentrate, Cinderella. Keep the tone. So get off her back and tell me my job for today.
Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today.
Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
He says turning.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Rubbing salt in the wound by turning left like Zoolander. I'm paranoid that I'm not recording. Let me check. Oh, I'm recording. I am recording. It's all good. I'm worrying when I have to go out because I couldn't get it to work in like windowed mode. So I'm scared that I'm like messing up the like screen ratio every time I like switch windows. Right, okay. Also, we'll know when my graphics glitch out because his beard will disappear. It's really weird. I keep having this weird bug where like the clothing clips and things disappear and like the floor's black and there's textures missing. And I keep having to like completely come out of game, repair game and come back in. So, this might be a messy playthrough. I'm sorry you had to see that. You don't have to hide anything from me, Ricker.
I know. You've always been a good brother. Always tried to protect me. I should have told you. Barat's been warning me ever since 2 of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrowmont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient.
She lost me for a second then. She started talking to the wall like, what's her name, Shirley Valentine? Just wish we didn't have to kiss up to that cave tick.
You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a Paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life.
I don't know why I can't fight... I got that wrong. I don't know why I can't join the army and fight Darkspawn.
It's sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers are more danger to each other than to Darkspawn. That it's an insult to the Smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't wish to insult the warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead an army just as well.
Yeah. But haven't the Darkspawn almost overrun the current troops?
Every year, more of the beasts come up from the deep roads. I've heard they've even been harrying the surface.
By the way, I don't mean to disrespect anyone from Yorkshire with my shit accent. Like, I know it's shit. I love you. I do my accent as a sign of respect, not disrespect. Is anyone doing anything about it?
Aye. They would even turn to humans for aid before us, it seems. There's been talk of an alliance against the Darkspawn. Even that the Grey Wardens have stepped up. But we don't have time for this now. Lesky must be waiting, and Barat won't like it if I'm late for my appointment.
It's not fair that Brett gets to push us around.
Money gives him power. He's got family on the surface, which means he can smuggle up lyrium and smithcrafts, and bring down silks, wines, and furs. And he played it smart. When he started expanding, he made sure it was only the casteless he shook down for protection, so the guardsmen didn't care.
And now he has everything to do now. So why does Barat... We know this. Barat expects too much from you.
You know how desperate the nobles are for more children? They can barely field enough soldiers to hold the walls against the Darkspawn. If I could give one of them a son, the whole house would celebrate. And we'd all be raised up to noble caste to join the family. It's what Barat's betting on. That's why he paid for my clothes, my voice lessons. He wants to share the reward.
And again, it's like Handmaid's Tale, right? Everything that's in the game is stuff that really happened or happens in real life. You know, this is, this is not an entirely made up situation. Historically, these systems existed in Europe, and even now the caste system in places like India, is still kind of a social problem. Did you say there was a noble who was interested?
Yes. That is, I hope. He certainly seems charming. He treats me like a real lady. not just someone to tumble and forget.
Aw. I mean, like, at first, yeah. You know, while they're doing the whole schmooze. You know, I think Ched's, if he could see a way for his sister to improve her life and be treated with respect, you know, he would want that for her, you know, but he would want it to be her choice and he'd want her to be happy. Who is he?
I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong. It just seems too mad to think of one of the most important men in Orzammar with someone like me. Anyway, time is rusting and I need to get dressed. These fashions will be the death of me. 100 buttons on each sleeve. And Lesky's probably already outside waiting for you.
We've said that. You're right. Goodbye.
Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
Alright, so when I first was messing around with this game, I had a moment where I really struggled with the controls. If you've ever played Minecraft, I'd say the controls are kind of similar to that. I tried plugging in a controller as well. It didn't automatically work. You could probably set up the keybinds, but it wasn't like an automatic thing. So I've gone back to keyboard and mouse. So I right click with the mouse to kind of spin the camera like this. And then I can zoom out by scrolling the mouse wheel. And then you can kind of run people around, a bit like in Minecraft where, you know, I'm using the controller to look and then I'm kind of pressing left and right to, well, A and D to kind of spin the camera. You can see that here, the WASD keys as I like to call them. And then, yeah, pressing forward to kind of run. So I am getting a little bit more used to it now. But if I'm a bit shit with the controls, like, please, I do apologize. Is that like a stone bath? I think that's a bath. You know, they've got a cute little hovel. Do you know what? I think they could make this place cozy and nice. Like, pick up the books, you know, clean up the bowls. Like, they could do something with the place. Looks like someone's been trying to do some artwork maybe, or is that just kind of like boarding something up? Okay, I'd sleep in the bath. That bath, if you stuffed it with like loads of soft furnishings, like that could be like a little nest. That could be really cozy. Okay, I'm done. I understand this stuff. I don't like tutorials. I like winging it. Okay, another weird thing is that you right click on things instead of left clicking on things to operate them. Right click. I'm trying to. Why isn't it working?
As you say.
What's he saying? Sorry, let me push my headphones in.
It shall be done.
He's saying he's doing it and then he's not doing it, which is making me a little bit upset. Oh, there we go. I got it in the end. I needed to move him closer to it. It was awkward. So, yeah, this is our inventory. It's the party inventory as well, so it's shared. You know, no matter who you click on, they're going to have the same access to the same stuff. So you do have to be careful because you get like temporary companions that come and go. So you might armor up someone and then they leave the party and the armor's gone with them. So do be careful about that if you're playing along. So yeah, lesser health poultice. We can actually grab this and stick this on our hotbar. We can also extend or reduce our hotbar as necessary. Go away tutorial. I've got a dagger and I've got 5, what's that, bronze coins, would you say? So if I jump back into my inventory here, we can start to arm him up. He's got 2 iron daggers. I've now got 3. Love that for me. 4 health potions, and I've got some basic leather armor on the go and not much else. I've got a grand total of 5 brown coins. Can't imagine I'm going to be able to buy much with that, to be honest. But yeah, let's start moving and exploring Ched's story. Oh, hello, who are you? I don't remember you from when I first played. To be fair though, when I first played, I was so bad at the controls, I probably just completely missed her. Kala.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika?
Well, that explains the bottles, right? Oh, hang on. Mother? That you? One thing I wish they did in this game, because they do create your family, it would have been really, really cool if they'd have used your genetic choices to create your family. So, you know, maybe not 1 for 1, but, you know, your mum might have your hair colour and eye colour, and your dad might have your skin tone. Because it's a bit jarring if you're playing as, like, a black-skinned character and all your parents and siblings have white skin. Like, you could say you're adopted, but, you know, if they had utilised that to create the characters with your character's settings, that would have been extra cool. She's got red hair, so we'll allow it. We can joke. It's the guardsman. You're under arrest for drunkenness. It's the King of Ozamar. I heard you were single. He is a bit of a jokester. It's the King of Ozamar. I heard you were single.
Don't you sass me, you ungrateful brat.
Mom?
I made you, and I can make another just like you.
Okay. I doubt he'll have such a marvelous beard, but okay. I'm the only reason you're here, and not dead in a gutter.
Then you should have left me there. What have I got that's worth living for?
Your next drink, I guess? Oh, there's no point talking to you when you get like this. He's too impatient to deal with it.
Well, who asked you? I don't need your pity. I got everything I need. Right here.
What's really funny about this is I've got another character who's basically this character. She's like, I'm just gonna get drunk. She'll be fun to play with when we get to her. I got work to do. Try and dry out by the time I get home.
Oh, I shouldn't keep doing this to you.
Oh.
I know I shouldn't. It's just so hard. Hey, where's he going? Why is he leaving? Don't leave me!
Never mind, Mother. Why don't you just lie down? That's good.
Oh, I love this. I love this situationally. Again, it could be quite triggering for people who have their own trauma in this regard. I grew up in a pub, right? Everybody was drunk around me when I was like 6 years old. It's not triggering for me, you know, obviously. I'm fucking dealt with it like a boss. Joking. But situationally, I love this like story, this life that's been built for us so much. Not in a way that it's like good, but it's so character defining, and it really gives you like that base and that motivation to be like, I really want to improve their lives, you know. I got so invested so quickly in this game. I was like, oh, I'm gonna save the day. I'm gonna you know, work my way up. I'm gonna fight Darkspawn. I'm gonna bring honor to the family. I'm gonna change our situation. I am hooked. And like I really feel like Veilguard really missed that. You know, you just felt like you had just spawned in from nowhere and like everybody was suddenly praising you. It's the weirdest feeling. Like, and I like games as well. Like, again, Veilguard, you know, they really blew smoke up your ass. You know, they were like looking to you as the leader, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Why are you looking at me? I'm just a little guy. Where, you know, games like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I've bought and I do want to play on my channel at one point. I've played it off camera. You know, Henry in that game, he's just so derpy. He's so like, sorry, I know people take offense at the word derpy. I don't mean it in an offensive way. I'll try and use different terms. He's so kind of like, you know, he's literally the definition of he's just a guy. He's not that smart. He doesn't really know what's going on. He gets beaten up, you know, he's getting into scrapes. He's kind of like low on the tier kind of thing. People don't treat him with any respect he hasn't earned. And I prefer that, you know, I like that. You know, if I do a load of good deeds and I save the day and I treat all the NPCs with respect and I help people out, and if people then want to start singing my praises and blowing smoke up my ass, great, I've deserved it, I've earned it. But again, at least in the UK, you know, especially the people who are closest to you, you have a joke with them. You know, you call them names, but it's like affectionately. You don't need people stroking your ego all the time. Especially, again, I'm from Manchester, so if somebody comes up to you and they're like flattering you a bit too much, or it's like, why are they trying to scam me? What do they want from me? This is a scam. I don't trust this. It's weird. So I don't want games to do that either, especially not medieval setting fantasy games. I know it's not medieval specifically, but I think you get what I'm saying. Okay, let's leave. Let's make like a tree. He doesn't know what a tree is. There's no trees here.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours.
Again?
Growl.
Dude. See what I mean? It's like every chance they get, they're like being absolute perverts. Haven't I told you to never talk about my sister that... Hang on, I've got to get the tone right because he's mad about that. Haven't I told you never to talk to I can't, words are hard. Yeah, he's angry, right? He's just had this conversation about basically like pawning her off to be a concubine. He's not happy about the situation. Haven't I told you never to talk about my sister that way?
But no hot-blooded dwarf can help himself. Those
Oh my god, I'm gonna
perfect
punch you.
lips, just made to be screaming my name. You must have had a few naughty thoughts yourself, huh?
About my sister? Huh? I'm just gonna have to pause. There was a bang. I'm gonna go check out what that was. Sorry about that. Let's continue. There we go. Okay, so he's so mad. He doubled down. He might be winding us up. He might be doing that thing of like, I know that's gonna make you angry to say that. But he's picked the wrong day to do it. Shut up about Rika, or you won't have a tongue left.
You know I'm kidding. It's strictly hands off with me and Rika. But as much as I'd love to keep chatting, we better get down to business.
He turns out to be alright. I do actually ship him with my sister in the long run. Or I was hoping our mission was me making fun of you.
No such luck. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back.
He's so American. He's stealing from Barat. I like him already.
Well, yours will be a short and tragic relationship. You ready to show him some pain?
Let's ask. Why would we be on Barat's side? Like, why would we team up with the guy that's being a dick to us? What sort of goods are we trying to find?
You know, gold, lyrium, spices. Anything that Barat might cut someone's head off to get.
Okay. Any idea where this Oskias is?
All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters.
I've just had a custard cream. It's like all gritty in my throat, which is going to add to my grizzly dwarf Yorkshire voice, I think. It might sound like I've been smoking 60 a day. I don't even know if I'm doing a Yorkshire accent. I'm so bad at accents. Some random northern accent, I think. Fine. But at least let's find out what he's done.
Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.
Okay. Okay. So, Beggar, let's say hi.
I can work.
It's
Anything you want. My back's still strong.
For the most part, if NPCs aren't named, they're not necessarily important to the story. But you can click on a few and you will get like a little cutscene with them. So we can't get in this house apparently. I wonder if I'd picked Rogue, would I be able to like break into these buildings? Possibly. Hello, he's the one who was walking around. Are you a different guy?
You looking for a place to sleep? There's a vent behind Gavasts. You don't mind if you use it.
One problem that I'm going to have with this game going forward is that because the range of faces is limited, like they reuse assets for like multiple characters, I have face blindness. And so when there's a limited number of assets and, you know, people literally all look the same as each other, I'm not going to remember who's who. It's bad enough when it's bad enough in real life with like real faces. Yeah, so expect me to get a lot of names and characters and storylines confused, guys. I can't help it.
Hey there, Carter boy.
Yo.
Care to try it?
Golinar. So see, he's got a name, so he's probably going to have dialogue.
2 bits for the needy.
I've only got 5, mate. I'm needy too. All I can spare is 1. He's going to help people out. He's a decent guy.
Oh. Well, what are you staring at? It's 1 sonic copper bit. You want me to sing your praises?
No, dude, I get it. You have something to give me for my money? A little bit jokey.
Ooh, you drive a hard bargain, soldier. You looking for someone to shine your shoes, clean your pots, keep you warm at night?
Oh, we can cuddle with him. I'm playing Stardew Valley at the moment, and I want to cuddle Linus. I want to get in the tent and cuddle up under the leaves. I like his attitude. Like, yeah, he's got pride, you know. He's sticking up for himself, you know, even though he's in a bad situation. Like, I like that. Information. Just tell me, have you seen a surfacer named Escaius?
Is that what you're looking for? That's worth 10 bits, no?
I don't have 10 bits, you silly sausage who looks like Santa Claus. I mean, I can intimidate him, tell me your body might end up blocking a mine shaft, but I'm not going to be mean to the old man. He's just going to be like, forget it. If you can find him, I can dig him up myself.
You think I got nothing for you, but you'll see. This'll be you someday. Soon as you start to wrinkle up and Barat's got no use for you. Don't think you got anywhere to go but here.
Well, on that positive note, can I have my dollar back, please? God. He's gone. Hello?
Humans say the Maker loves all of us. It doesn't matter what you're born.
Oh, yeah, God's called the Maker in this game.
Please. I just need a bed. Somewhere to sleep. Fire.
There's fire here. There you go. Problem one solved. Sorry, I don't mean to be like disrespectful. I'm just trying to keep the tone light, you know.
Who needs the Paragon Branca when you've got all this? Look at me. I'm the Pauper Paragon.
That one gets there. Yo.
Spare Silver. My boy needs medicine. The docs say he won't wake without it.
But again, you know, the world building, the situation that people are in, you know, you've got a motivation to.
Don't look at me like that.
I was beautiful once. I was beautiful.
You've got the same face as my mum, actually. And my mum is beautiful. She still is, and so are you. Oh, gather your party and venture forward. What? No. Let me save first, just to be cautious, because there is some texture loading and crashing problems going on. And I'm going to save as Cheds. Yeah. Okay. Let's move forwards a little bit. Let's, yeah, literally go. The funny thing is, because it loads so fast on modern computers, you don't get to read those little snippets on the load screens. You're like, wait, what? Who am I? What's happening? Hello?
Keep your gaze on the floor, Castless. I don't need your bad luck rubbing off on me.
You're a commoner too. Don't get all high and mighty on me. We're all in the same dust bowl here.
Sounding Castless breed like rats.
Okay.
What are you doing here, Brand?
So this gives me Star Wars vibes. There's something about the style of it. You know, like where you go to the cantina? Or like, oh no, graphics problems.
We won't get very far if you keep stopping to chat. What's up?
Oh, I'm going to have to reload to get my graphics right. Do you know what? Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Give me a sec. Let me get through this dialogue. How did someone like you end up castless anyway?
My father's birthday gift to me. Same as you. They say the original castless were criminals whose houses disowned them, or folks who insulted the ancestors by leaving for the surface. But most of us now, we're just the poor fools whose parents were dumb enough to bear us.
Why would an house disown someone from going to the surface? Like, isn't that what the guy who, like, bosses us around does?
Because the nobles can't imagine anyone wanting to live anywhere but here. They don't want anybody polluting Orzammar with Skyre's ideas, so they say if you come back castless.
So they're rejecting. It's like a cult, right? Reject the outsiders. Is it true there's no caste on the surface?
As far as I hear, humans have their lords and their peasants, and everyone hates the elves. But to them, all dwarves look alike. That face brand, they don't even notice it.
Everyone on the surface also has face blindness. Got it. You've been in the Carter a long time, huh?
Hey, what Lesky don't know about the card is not worth knowing. Unless you're maybe higher up and you know things I don't.
Wait, what's the Carter? And what's the Carter's main business?
Smuggling, mostly. A lot of stuff grows up top that folks down here got no other access to. And the Skyers up there will give them by the wagon in return for gold or some shiny magic lyrium.
Okay, so he's got his side hustle going on under Lesky's nose. Wait, hang on. Is he Lesky? I'm confused who people are. Barrett's our boss, right? Right, Barrett does know about the Carter. Right, okay, he's running the Carter. How did Barrett come to control the Carter?
Way I hear it, he just stepped up. Plenty of smuggling went on before, but Barrett put it all under his protection and spread around enough coin and muscle to back it up. He practically has a private army on his estate, and he's bought enough guardsmen that no one ever looks.
So he's just kind of like big bully, like paid his soldiers well. I don't think Cheds wants to get higher in the Carter. You know, I think he wants to do his own thing. I think he wants to escape. Who else is in the Carter?
Half the Castless in Orzammar seems like. I haven't met most of them. Barrett doesn't like the grunts to get too cozy. Jarvia is his main lieutenant this month. She practically runs the estate. And I hear he's been drilling her mine, if you know what I mean.
Ew. Never mind. Let's go and see what this smuggler's been doing.
Now you're showing some sense. Come on.
Alright, at this point though, I am going to have to pause and reload to try and fix any potential texture issues that we're having. It might just be that one lady. It doesn't actually look too bad other than that.
Have you heard? King's got a team who found traces of Branka in the Deep Roads.
Oh? Found her body, did they?
No, tools. Signs of camp, things like that.
Paragon or not, Branka's dead. She's been gone 2 years. No one survives.
I was earwigging. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to reload and see if that helps with the texture issues. Back in a sec, guys. Okay, I repaired the game after it crashed. So let's hope that my textures are repaired. Normally doing repair game in the EA app works. Sometimes I have to jump back and forth between saves to make it work, but I think we're good.
Shouldn't you be off scooping dung somewhere?
I did actually eat more custard creams, though. So I've got all custard cream stuck in my teeth now. Cash.
Hey, boy. You look like someone who could use a spare copper. What do you say?
I could. I just gave one to the homeless guy who was really ungrateful and didn't help. You got a job for me?
No work, just money for something you're not even using. Much. You look like you've still got all your teeth. Nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say?
Crazy. Don't you have any legitimate work for me?
No work's legitimate if they let you do it, boy. The Assembly declared back in Darbier's reign that it insults the ancestors for casteless to perform any work the recognized lineages can do. Now, do you want it or not? 1.5 silvers, and that's my best offer.
Never mind. He's not looking to start a fight with people who are just trying to also survive, even though, you know, he's obviously predatory. He's got a job to do. He's going to go, never mind. Never mind. I don't know why I'm American now. Never mind. I was just leaving.
Suit yourself. Plenty of brands are willing.
You stay away from my sister and her gold teeth. So Lesky's clearly got a lot of money. If he's paying 2 silver for 2 teeth and she's got a mouthful of gold capped teeth. Yeah. Hi, can I buy stuff from you with my 4 bronze?
Lesky, you old scamp. What are you doing here? Trying to charm me out of another set of ribbons for your girl?
Trying to talk you into being my girl, Olinda. You know my heart's breaking for you.
Put it
People
away.
saying that around my husband. Who's your friend?
Absolute rogue over there. He's like, you know, like the Rizzy Bard rogue in a D&D campaign who's like trying to sleep with literally everyone. It's like, dude, just go and joke one off behind a screen somewhere and calm down, you know? I'm Cheds. Pleased to meet you.
You're welcome to look around. I'll slide on the markup since you're Leski's friend, but I can't give anything away for free.
I'll take a look.
Just don't touch anything if you can't meet the price.
Touches everything, pokey, pokey, pokey. Yeah, everything's like silver, and I've only got coppers, so... oh, wait. Elf fruit, a deep mushroom, or wine for Mother. I think I'll leave it for today, but good to know. So she's got health potions, firebomb, whatever that is. So it does look like there's a bit of crafting to do in this game. Like, I think you can like craft potions and like herbal remedies and stuff. But that's not Chet's thing. I'll be back. Like I said, you can actually control other characters in this game. You couldn't in Velgard. So now that he's joined my little party, I can click over and see his stats. So he's a rogue. Oh, wait, headphones fell out. He's got stealth. He's got dirty fighting and a little bit of poison making. So, you know, I like that. I keep dropping my phone out. I like a little bit of variety in games. I get really bored if it's like a one-trick pony type situation. So I like that I've got a little bit of variety. I can kind of like play around like that. Okay, Cheds, back to you, mate. So these people are just milling around. We've got this place to potentially go to in a second. Who's this guy? Sorry, terrible camera control again. Common guard, merchant, Adamaro?
Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come.
Why is he giving Balthazar vibes? Can't explain it. You're a merchant. Why do you wear a castless face brand?
Same as you. It's illegal for me to walk here without one. I'm from the surface, so by the law of assembly, I'm castless. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use a washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day.
Right, so don't be a jerk to me then. You have another suggestion?
If you were on the surface, you could open a shop, claim land, and start a farm, and get legally married by the human chantry. Orzammar is the only place in the world that will treat you like this. Yet you all stay. I'll never understand it.
I can leave? He just said you wouldn't be castless on the surface. Maybe this one is something he'd say. You know, he's heard some old lore, you know, that's designed to make him stay and not leave. That he's trying to kind of like work through. He's trying to like break through that old conditioning. They say that surface dwarves, they lose the touch with the stone.
And what has the stone done for you? At least on the surface, you won't be rejected by your fellow dwarves. It always seems sad to me that our homeland is the one place in this world where you're likely to be killed by a fellow dwarf. Now, unless you're gonna buy something, I need to unload and get home before the rain sets in. That's water from the sky, by the way.
No trees, no rain. That's so sad that he's had to explain what rain is to him. I mean, I imagine there's a bit of precipitation going on. Can I have a look at your wares?
Fine, but try to steal anything and I'm calling the guards.
Yeah, I doubt we're going to be able to afford anything. Look, like fucking dwarven longsword for gold. Unfortunately, this is not for us. But thank you for letting us admire your goods, good sir. Right, who's this over here? What are you doing lurking? Can I break into these places? Una.
Watch yourself.
Una memento.
Shaper doesn't need your footprints all over his clean clothes.
Una mas. You work for a shaper?
And well I might. After my mother took 5 years of her personal time sewing fine dresses for the head maid at the Shaperette, Mother tells me they never considered a single other candidate when the position opened for Underwasher.
What exactly does a Shaper do?
They control Orzamar's memories. They oversee births, marriages, death records, histories, everything we do or are. Except you, I guess. Castless and criminals aren't allowed in a Shaper's presence.
Too many custard creams on burping. Why not?
Whatever horrid deviants you're descended from were written out of the histories and deemed unworthy to join the ancestors. Obviously they bred anyway, but their children can't possibly deserve the same protections as those who were legitimately born.
So I do like that you're given different options for different characters. You know, if you were playing as someone who's like a bit of a bard, romancer type, you know, you can try and chat people up if you want to. If you're, no disrespect, but if you're just a servant, aren't you casteless too?
I am not casteless. I am an honorable member of the servant caste. I serve my betters as is my place, decided by the ancestors who granted my mother my birth. I am not a criminal.
I'm not a criminal either. I just like to throw my fists around sometimes. Sorry. I'll let you get back to your washing.
As if I'd stop for you.
I upset her. Oops. So obviously we've got this codex thing that we can read. Maybe we'll look at that at a future date. I want to explore this area a little bit.
Scum.
Don't make me punch you. I got my weapon right here. I'll stab you right in the nose. Sorry. Commons Guard. Hi.
Get out of my face, Brand.
Yeah, I think the mistake I made was like looking around a bit too much at the environment. I think it kind of like overloaded my graphics settings, but it's so cool.
I assume this pile of worthless junk belongs to you? You realize it's
Hello.
in the way and that the patrols will not be able to come through?
Talk to them?
Move it, or I shall have it thrown out in the deep roads, and you with it.
I'm so sorry, my lord, but they told me to move my goods over here. I couldn't even set up shop in my usual place.
Nonsense.
It's true. They said that the servants needed to polish the floors on that side of the commons in preparation for the new commander's first commission.
Yes. The new Idukan Commander's Feast is tomorrow, isn't it? I suppose it can't be helped then.
Sorry I don't have subtitles for these little bits. I thought it might be a bit overwhelming if I had it on for like random NPCs.
You may leave your goods
so I've just got it on for like main dialogue. Hopefully YouTube subtitles will do like the job if you need that. This is pretty feckin' epic. Again, a bit worried about like moving my camera around too much and overloading my graphics card, but like we've got all this like lava down below us. It's a vibe. Hello, just looking for a bloke named Osiris. No, what's his name again?
Turn around, Brand. No castless on the grounds.
I think the language is very clever as well. You know, they call them derogatory, like they call them brand derogatory, because they have a brand on the face. You know. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying it's clever writing. You know, a lot of the naming of things. You know, the Maker. You know, like God or the Watcher in Sims Medieval kind of thing. How would you like it if I kicked you out of somewhere?
I think what my friend meant to say is we were just leaving. What were you thinking? No castless are allowed at the Proving.
I like that he's a bit more of a charmer. You know, Cheds is just like, why not? If I can knock you out, I can go in, can't I? Can't say no. I love Cheds. He's very near and dear to my heart. He's a very much loved NPC in my D&D campaign. So I hope you guys love him too. He's a bit more cheerful in my D&D campaign because he's got like his blacksmith job going. You know, he's a pretty friendly guy. You know, he's not got the same issues that Dragon Age Cheds has. Maybe this is a bit of an origin story for him. I don't know. Okay, let's go. Tap room. Is it even an RPG adventure if you don't end up in a tavern? Okay, doesn't look too bad. Like, the texture's really glitched out in here for me. Oh, and maybe... Am I having texture issues? I can't tell if the floor is just black or if it's broken. I think we're okay. Oh, are you okay, dude?
Hey, I'm trying to have a drink here. You mind standing downwind?
Okay. Yeah, I think we're missing a texture. Right, give me a sec. Oh, it's so frustrating. Here we go. This is what it's meant to look like when the texture's load properly. I don't know why it does that. It's kind of... It's not driving me crazy. I think, in a weird way, the weird graphical issues and textures that are missing are weirdly part of the charm for me. I think because we've been seeing things like the NVIDIA DLSS5, I think it's called. I'm not very good with acronyms and things. You know, it's that generative AI, like, graphics generator. I don't know if you've seen it. People were memeing it because they were making fun of the way it changed Grace from Resident Evil. You know, it took this kind of like nostalgic, almost like retro styling that they had on her, which felt like it harkened back to like older Resident Evil games and that art style, but still felt updated. And I think people really, really liked that and responded well to that game. And then this NVIDIA promo like put generative AI, like random actress face on her. And yeah, it looks great in a way. It looks more realistic. It has a lot of detail. But everybody was like, ooh, like it just looks like AI slop. It looks like every other, you know, face swapped AI actress out there, like, and people really started mocking it and doing a lot of memes, and so maybe I'll do a little meme of this. I don't know, but you know, like, I don't know, weird angle. Yeah, I think in a way, I think there's something really nostalgic and wholesome about these old, kind of like slightly naff, like broken graphics in games. I don't know. I think it warms my heart to see broken textures in a way. I don't know if it's almost like a resistance to AI slop or something. It's like, no, make it janky. Anyway, let's talk to the bartender. Hi.
No castless.
For crying out loud. I can't go anywhere in this city. Take a closer look before you say that. It's kind of like, I'm going to punch you. I like that for Cheds. Take a closer look before you say that.
Who the dust are you? Oh, my mistake. I didn't realize you were one of his.
I'm not.
I'm not looking for any trouble.
I'm one of mine. I'm one of a kind. And I'll punch you in the face if you disrespect me again. Then tell me, if you know where to find a man named, what's his name again? Oskias.
Is that what this is all about? He's here, all right. Right over there. Been nursing that same mug half the day. Paid up front, though. Good silver. What's he done?
Good silver, as opposed to bad silver. I imagine they do mix it with stuff to make it go further. Oh, ask too many questions. Yeah, do you know what? I like number 2 because he's basically saying you really want to get involved, you know? Like, it is better for him, it's safer for him if he keeps his nose out of it. You really want to make that? I can't go, what accent was that? You want to make that your business?
Sorry, just trying to make conversation. You, do what you have to. Just, try and keep it neat. I'm still paying for this space.
I got you, barkeep. Just remember your manners next time I need to come in. Taps to patron.
Who let them in here?
Stand closer to her, intimidate. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
They say the warrior caste is those.
I'll quick look around. I know where the guy is. I just want to see what I mean about it being like the cantina, like Star Wars vibes. It's cool. I like it. Oh, this is the disco corner. Look at the lighting. Dude, I'm like in a fairy tale. This is probably really unhealthy. This is probably like Illyrium or like stuff from the Fade. I don't know what that is yet. You alright, mate?
A man drink in peace.
I'll take a piece of gold to walk you home. Stick you over my shoulder, get you home safe. Alright. So the guy we want to talk to is here with the big arrow to make it obvious. For stupid people like me. You okay?
You just keep to yourself, Brand.
You keep to yourself as well. And if you think you heard anything in the next 5 minutes, remember, no you didn't. How you doing, Oscius?
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Oscius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name?
It was floating above your head. We're here to stop you from making a big mistake. Again, Cheds doesn't like his boss. And he's like, kind of like good on this guy for swindling him.
I don't know what you're talking about. You probably have the wrong Oscius, see? I just got here this morning. I'm usually on the surface and...
So you're not the turncoat two-faced swindling duster Barat told us about.
I never did anything. Barat's got no reason to send you after me.
Calm down. I forgot his accent again. Yorkshire. Calm down. There's no reason we can't keep this civilized.
You mean you're not here to kill me?
I mean, there's still time. Why? Of course not. This is just a friendly inspection.
Making sure you didn't accidentally pocket any processed lyrium, you know.
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
Fine, then I'll just kill you and plant the evidence later. Told you could go full dirge on this one. He's not stupid, you know. Then, why have you been holding out on him?
I haven't. I wouldn't.
So I can persuade? You think you're going to convince me? Save your excuses. Lesky, search his bags.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium.
Oh, you do?
It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
This guy's a liar. What do we want to ask? No one messes with the boss, says the good, loyal puppy to the guy who's abusing him, I guess. I think Cheds is like, I've heard about this surface thing in the last 5 minutes, and potentially I might be able to get me and my sister out. I might be able to open a blacksmith shop or something. So he's like, this might be my ticket out of here. Who have you been selling to?
Surfacers pay good coin for lyrium. Mages up there, they use it for their spells. Smiths use it in enchanted weapons. I just took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits.
And how much ore did you take?
Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat?
Cheds isn't over making a sweet deal. Call it a bribe if you will, but he's a businessman through and through. And he doesn't like Barat. I'm listening.
I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore, sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say?
Give me all you have and I'll pretend you weren't here. Yeah, dude, go to the surface, live your life. Give me all you have and I'll pretend you weren't here. Good deal. He was sent to kill him.
I got buyers up top who'll take me down fast if I turn up empty. Please, I can give you 1 nugget. That's a lot of silvers.
I don't want to beat him up. Fine. I'll take it.
Are you breathing smoke? Barat will kill you if he catches you with his lyrium.
Me? You think I wouldn't share with my best friend?
Well, that's a whole other story. We need to sell it before we go back to Barat. And to someone who won't run to him. Tell you what, cut me in 50 and we'll take it to Olinda. Remember her? She likes me and refuses to work with the old man.
Yeah, no, Chedsy's looking after his mate. Deal.
Then what happens to me?
I'm killing you. As far as Barat knows. Got it? So he's basically saying this, but he's like, get out of here.
Yes, yes. I'll go back up to the surface right now. I'll move to Orlais, to Antiva. Thank you. You're as noble as you are strong. May the ancestors bless your steps.
See, that praise made sense in that context. You know, we just gave him his fucking life, you know? You know, so a little bit of flattery to the person who's just not beat you up and killed you goes a long way. Feeling a bit deaf today, aren't you? Bit hard of hearing? Good. Best for everybody involved if you are. Right, let's hope my textures don't crash. I'm going to save. Cheds, let's go. And yeah, I think we've got some money now. Money, money, money. I've got 4. Wait, I thought I had more. Where's my lyrium? What did I do with it? Did I get it? Oh, yeah, it crashed. No! Quick. I'm sorry we missed a bit of it. No, it crashed again. Ah, no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, let's try again. It's being very sensitive. But there's a cutscene as soon as I go through this door, so I need to be recording when I try it.
Was that smart? If Barat finds out Oscaius ran, he'll kill you. He'll kill me. He'll make you kill me, then yourself. Then he'll probably stew us and serve us to the poor.
Too late for regrets. He's halfway to the surface by now.
We should sell this quick and report back before Barat starts wondering what's taking so long. Unless you think we should give it all to Barat.
We'll sell one. And tell Barat we found the other one on Oscaius.
He'd probably buy that. If he knew what Oscaius was hoarding, he wouldn't have sent us to look, right? Unless he was testing us.
Fine. If you're so worried, you can forget about your share.
We don't need to go that far. Let's just head over to Olinda. She won't be there all day, you know.
He's like, no, I still want my money. Hi, Olinda. Oh, we're getting a few graphical blaps, but let's, yeah, let's give it a try.
What are you two doing back here?
We're here to check out your wares. Your underwears. Sorry, it's the game. It's doing it to me. It's making me a bad person. No. Actually, we got some lyrium to sell you, if I say it right.
Well, that's not what I was expecting to hear cross those lips. Where exactly would someone like you pick up lyrium?
Was she flirting? She's talking about my lips. I can't customize these lips. They are as they come, baby. He's like, don't be stupid. I can't tell you. Where do you think?
I think that's probably something I should never know.
Smart.
Didn't I tell you she's a gem?
How much do you have?
1 nugget. Because I like that plan. I like the scheme of like, we'll give him 1 back and say that's all he had on him. Rather than going back empty-handed, you know? It's like, it feels a bit more honest. First, tell me how much per nugget.
I can give you 30 silvers per nugget.
Only 30?
It's less than it's worth, I won't lie to you. But the market for it's topside, and that won't be easy for me to reach. And I'll have to find a buyer who won't ask where it came from. For that, I can't afford more than 30.
You know, I get it. She's putting her life on the line. Why is lyrium so valuable anyway?
Because we have it, and the folks topside need it. It's what their mages use to power their spells. And it's the only metal that'll let magic stick to a shield or sword. Now, do you want the deal or not?
Deal. I'll sell you. I'll sell you 1 nugget.
All right then. Let me take that off your hands. And you probably shouldn't come around here for a while, just in case.
Okay, but that does mean I can now go and check out the weapon man. Hello, weapon man.
Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come.
Sure up and let me see your wares.
Fine, but try to steal anything and I'm calling the guards.
Call the guards and I'll take your head off. So we do have some things here. A dwarven war axe. It's a tier 1 weapon. Main hand, so not two-handed. Dwarven longsword. Main hand. There's not actually any like two-handed weapons, are there? I don't think these are two-handed. I think they're like sword and shield stuff. So they're not actually what I need. Short bow, crossbow, leather helm. What have I got? I can't remember. Have I got a helm? I know I've got some armor. I don't think I've got a helm yet. I'm not going to buy anything yet. I'm going to see how this goes. And if I need to come back and buy something, I know it's there. I think he's got kind of quite basic stuff. And he's not got... What are you doing, mate? He's not got the stuff that I need. So, right, where is this boss guy? Is he around here? Tapster's Tavern, Brent's shop. So you can actually open this map here. And it kind of gives you a little bit more help and guidance to kind of like where you're going. Barrett's shop is next to the tavern, but to the left. There's the tavern. Over here, I think. Again, if the graphics are pants, I'm going to have to reload.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
I'll wait until after the
Prince Balin
cutscene.
seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed
Looks ridiculous.
up. What happened with Ascaius?
Can I save now? Oh, no, I can't. We're just going to have to deal with the bad textures for a minute because I didn't save before I came in here, so I'd have to, like, replay. Yeah, we're just going to have to deal with it. Again, part of the charm, right? We're going to be honest. We found Ascaius. He had a... We're going to be semi-honest, is my approach. We found Ascaius. He had a side deal going on for lyrium.
Some people are slow learners. You should have known. You don't lie to me. I can smell it. Did I make that clear? I thought I made that clear. Now, did you find out what I asked you for or not?
Her armor's fine. It's just his. He said don't lie, but both of these are a lie, so I'm gonna go with my original plan. I kind of want to keep it now because he's such a jerk. I'm like, I'll just keep all the lyrium and I'll just kill you, and then what are you gonna do about it? But he wants to try and keep his sister safe and stuff, doesn't he? So all he had was this 1 nugget.
One lousy nugget. You want me to believe that's all he got off with?
He said he kept most of it topside. That was all he had on him.
Very interesting. Seeing how my cousin was at the Tapsters this afternoon.
Oh no!
And he says he saw something change hands between you and Ascaius. And then the duster sodding stood up and walked out on his own 2 feet. Does that sound like what I asked? Jarvia, what does that sound like to you?
Sounds like some jumped-up face brands thought they could take a bribe and let him walk free. That's just not right.
The lady says it's not right. You wouldn't disagree with a lady, would you?
Depends on lady. I like this. This is a good cover. I'm not stupid enough to kill Ascaius in public. You know what? If it kicks off, better.
Right. I mean, no one's gonna say spit to you, Barat. But we can't move that free. We needed to get Oskias somewhere private. We took him to the lava sinks behind the mines. You won't be seeing him again.
You think I'll trust you over my own blood? This one's been thinking to defy me since the day we met. Thinks he's got some big bridges to fill, but there's just not much there. You're both on loose sand with me, but I'll give you one more chance. One job.
I don't know if I'm going to get like music copyright claims on this. I might just have to not. I don't know what I'll do, but the music's intense. I mean, it's fine. It just means that if I get a claim, it just means any ad revenue from like I have to put ad on it because I don't fucking know. Actually, I need to be careful with that. Damn, I should have turned music off. Thinking about it now. We'll find out. Okay, he's giving us another job. Let me guess. I don't really have a choice.
You're catching on. The Warrior Cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing.
Okay, they're placing bets. They want me to throw the fight, don't they? Grey Wardens. Why would they be here?
Topsiders see a couple of Darkspawn. They start crying and running to Papa Orzammar. They know dwarves are the best when it comes to Darkspawn. So they're here to recruit a couple of bodies to prevent another blight. Because why should humans have to live with what we get every day?
And you're gonna bet on who the Wardens pick.
There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Everd's a long shot. Just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand?
So how am I supposed to help Everard win?
The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find Everd, see who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight.
Does Everd know you're doing this?
He's the kind of warrior who wants to show off his oiled physique to a cheering crowd. You think he wants scum like us making money on him? Don't let him know what you're doing. Just find his chamber, see when he's fighting, then go to Minar and dump the drug.
And what is this drug?
I'm not asking you to distill it, just drop it into a basin. That's all you need to know.
Where is the proving?
It'll be in the big arena north of the Commons. Normally castless aren't allowed on the grounds, but I got you a pass. It says you're there to clean up the waste trenches, not to watch the fights, so don't look conspicuous.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious like you with your unloaded textures, bruh. Alright, we'll go right now.
You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Everd's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Alright, bet. I don't intend on it. I'm actually gonna I'm actually gonna try and get the Grey Warden's attention myself and get out of here with my sister. So there. And my mum. Right, Jarvia. Hi, who are you?
You ask too many questions. All you've got to know how to say is, I'm mistress.
Kinky bitch. What did he want me to do again? I wasn't listening. And who are you?
You don't recognize me?
You know Jarvia, right? Barat's favorite lieutenant and the only person he trusts in all of Orzammar. You know that, Jarvia.
No, don't ring a bell. Is it true you're sleeping with Barat? Again, a little bit of like, you know, using sex as an insult kind of thing. It's almost like, oh, it's like it's implied that she's got a position because she's sleeping with him. You know, because she's a woman. Which, again, I do think it's good that they dropped that attitude a little bit. And what exactly do you do for the Carter?
All you need to know is that I'm Barat when Barat's not here. And I'm getting mighty impatient.
Alright. Never mind, I'm leaving.
Not nearly soon enough.
Okay, bye, shopkeeper.
Didn't Barat give you a job to do?
Maybe. I don't know, he's hard to listen to. He's a bit boring, you know? Right, just imagine there's a stone floor texture here and armor textures and stuff because they've gone missing. I'm gonna go back out. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to where we're going. Oh, you see what I mean about the glitchy textures? I don't want to be constantly like saving, reloading and fixing games, so I'm just gonna ignore it until we get to our next destination. And then I'm gonna sort it out. But let's have a quick chat with our mate just to see what he's thinking. Do you know what? I wonder if I can go back to my sister. Plot twist.
So this is a gift, huh? I've never been to a proving.
Neither have I. What they're like. Have you heard anything?
You know, two sweaty warrior caste men all oiled up by servant girls and wrapped in shining smith-wrought steel. Hundreds of beautiful women watching from the stands, wanting nothing more than to rub them down after.
He's so horny. Dude, get a room by yourself. Like, do what you need to do. Whoa, they're easy. Don't stain anything.
Don't tell me you never wanted to sneak in and see one for yourself.
I always wanted to be the one in the ring.
Ha! I bet you could beat the beards off most of those overstuffed swaggers. Wouldn't that be nice? Gold coins fell from my mouth whenever I spoke, that would be grand. And only slightly less likely.
Huh. Why would the Grey Wardens care who wins this proving?
Think about their responsibility. Take these humans and elves who spent their whole lives flitting around eating figs and teach them to fight Darkspawn. Of course they're gonna need a dwarf to help them. Here they get to pick from the best of the vein.
Nice, I like the light. Oh, you know, humans are kind of squishy. We're tough. They need us. Yeah, so we get a lot of Grey Wardens. I don't know if anyone remembers, Grey Wardens, they were one of the groups that you could choose as your background in Veilguard. They're the ones that, you know, the cool soldier guys who fought Darkspawn. Doesn't joining the Wardens mean going up to the surface?
Not like turning your back on the stone to take a caravan topside. Fighting Darkspawn is a sacred duty. The king decreed long ago that a dwarf who joins the Wardens retains his caste.
That's enough for me, I'm going. Not that I've got a cast. Let's get going before we miss the proving.
From your lips to my ears.
There's a little bit more chatting that we could do there. I'm going to save. I want to go and see if my sister has anything to say about this. Because I don't want to miss a thing. Or at least I want to go and tell her. Like, you know, I've got a fucking... Oh, it's getting janky. I want to tell her that we've got like a bit of a plan going on. Yeah, I'm going to just put up with the bad graphics a little bit. Until we get to the next main section, at least.
It has begun.
If you are playing, I do recommend saving regularly, because like I say, that it does crash quite a lot. I'm hoping that I can run around here again. Oh no, what happened to my house? Who turned off the lights? You okay, Mum?
Make yourself useful and pick me up another bottle while you're out.
She doesn't have anything else to say. Where is this? Where's our sister? Where did she go? Is she not here? Can't tell with the dodgy graphics. She left? Oh, that's not a good sign. That means she's probably going to be in this next place that we're going to. Uh-oh. Oh, hello. Sorry, sir. Sorry, waving my camera around all over the place. So, alright, let's go and see what this is all about. I haven't completed this part of the mission, to be honest. So, I don't know how this is going to go. I've only really just got inside this building. But I've got an idea of what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get inside here. I can't speak anymore. I'm going to get inside here. Then I'm going to save. Then I'm going to reload the game. And try and fix the textures when we get in there.
You again. I said you weren't allowed on the proving grounds, Bran.
But I have a pass. Right here.
Looks legitimate. Go on through then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
Oh, I bet he's so salty about me going through. Okay. Oh, it looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. The floor was completely black and missing the first time I loaded this. Right, I'm going to save anyway. Again, I want to avoid crashes. Okay. Let's have a look around then. What is going on here? This looks like it should have a trader, but it doesn't. Be good if I could find a better trader than the guy outside. Haha. Did I just spy something over here? Could it be?
Stone's Embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens.
Could it be the handsome man from the opening cutscene?
Welcome to Orzammar, Warden, sir. May I drink your bathwater?
Let's go and have a chat. I think we are getting some glitchy graphics. I'm going to reload. Okay, I've reduced anti-aliasing. I repaired game, turned off anti-aliasing, so it's going to look a bit icky than it did before. And I've turned down texture detail from very high to high. I'm going to see if that helps at all. I might have to just put up with repairing game constantly. But again, the slightly naff graphics are kind of nostalgic for me.
Oh, I dare you
I know.
to go over and talk to
Hi,
him.
Dunk.
Say,
Stone met, and blessings on your house. That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed? Or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely?
I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. Well, I don't exactly have an house.
My apologies. The intricacies of Dwarven society are still foreign to me. I meant no offense.
Oh,
My
he's
name
so
is
likable.
Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you.
I love his character design. I love his choice of voice actor. He died. I looked him up. I think he died in, I think it was like 2022. Sad times. I don't know what he was like as a person, the actor. But it means he can't voice himself in more games. I don't know. I really like how they've handled Duncan. You know, he's very nice. Is it true you're here looking for recruits?
The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here, and I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
No, don't go. Stay. Let me fight you. Let me prove myself to you. Duncan, I love you. Come back.
My brother is fighting in the 4th bout.
Hi. So you know Duncan, huh?
They say Minar's the man to beat.
Okay. Okay. Right, where do I go? What do I do? Who am I? Who's she? Spectator.
Did you see that first bout? Ostar's helmet practically shattered. Adalbo still has the Ancestors' favor.
I did not, unfortunately. I'm sad. Right, where do I go? There's that way? There's like these two ways? Hello?
They should send someone to pick up the trash.
Disgusting, get away from me.
Rude. Okay, I don't think there's anyone to talk to around here. So, let me just have a quick look at the map. The Commons. And there's Everard. Right, let's go and have a look in the Commons first then. It says it's like more or less straight ahead. Here?
I shall do it.
Oh, that's where, right. Oh no. Have I messed up the graphics again? Oh, I hope we're okay. Okay. So I think I've got to go down here. We've got to go and look for that Everard guy. Everard? Everard, I think he's called. So it says he's to the left. But I'm nosy. I want to poke around a little bit. Is there anywhere else I can go? You know, sometimes you pick up extra stuff if you side quest. Proving grounds.
Combatants only.
Okay. Let's do this thing then, I guess. Is this the guy that's meant to fight and win?
Sod it. He's stone drunk. He could draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Barat's gonna kill us if we slip up here. He's already jumpy enough after that stunt with Ascaius. Hey, I just had an idea.
Okay. Me too. I could put on his armor. Hang on. Me too. I could put on his armor and, you know, fight in his name.
That's much better than my idea. I was gonna say we should go up in the stands and start a rock slide, but you're brilliant.
Thanks.
You'll be Everard. You'll go out in his armor, keep down the visor, and fight in his name. He wins, Barat wins, everybody wins.
Yeah.
Except all the warrior cast braggarts you leave kissing dust. I, Sodding, love the way you think, my friend. I was afraid Barat was going to kill us.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. All in the name of Barat. Totally not any self-interest about joining the Grey Wardens. He's not going to drug the other guy. He wants to ensure he wins, but he's also a guy with honor, right? He does know he's a good fighter. He's quite confident. I don't know that I'm a good fighter. You know, breaking the fourth wall for a second. I'm terrible. I might mess this up for him. But he would have the confidence in his own skills. He would be like, I can handle this. I don't like how red his beard looks. His stubble compared to his beard. We're not drugging him. Oh, there we go. This isn't for Barat. I want to impress the Grey Wardens.
You can't let anyone know it's you. If they find out, you'll be executed. They'll say it's an offense to the Ancestors. If you want to tell the Wardens, at least wait until some time when you can bolt if you need to.
Good advice. Alright. I know. But I'll win this fight by skill, not drugs.
You've got a heart of steel, Selraka. Get in the armor.
Maybe if he's a rogue.
Officer Minar versus the warrior Everard. Fighters, report to the ring.
No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight. And don't forget to keep your helmet down.
Got it. See you later, mate. Nice knowing you. Okay. Can I... Oh, I've already got his items. I thought I had to loot that buddy. Have I got his items? I thought he said I did. It says items received. Oh, look, here. Haha! Okay, I'm going to take everything. And then we'll have a look, like, here. Right, I've got my health potions. Do you have Excuse me, do you have any two-handed weapons for me? One-handed, two-handed, Everard sword. Yeah, there we go. That was the one for me. Nice. I can also put in it. Oh, it's indestructible. Can I use that? Yeah, because it did say keep your visor down, so I assume so. There we go. Yeah, let's. His stuff is better than mine. He's got iron armor. I've got rubbish stuff. Wait, hang on. Why is this not going on? Everard's armor, Everard's boots. I'm putting it in the wrong slot because I'm stupid. Yeah, that was like leather stuff. But look at me now. I'm a little tanky guy. I'm a little turtle. No one's poking me. I can't use this shield because I'm two-handed. So if I put this shield in that slot, it's going to remove the sword. Right, I think I'm swagged up. I think that's me done. Let's go and try and fight. Fight. Can I talk to Lesk one last time?
You're running out of time. Get to the fight.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm going to save, though, because I'm probably going to mess this up, even though I've got it on easy mode. I'm not 100% used to the game mechanics yet, so, scared. I've played it a little bit, and my eldest has been playing it a little bit with me. And we kind of love it, despite all the crashes.
I believe it is time for your bout. May fortune favor your fight, Averd. Are you ready?
Yeah. Nod.
As you say.
Clank.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for our honored guests, the Grey Warden.
Duncan the Handsome.
Baird, son of Galton, will fight Officer Nylar, survivor of the battle at Tar Ellerin.
Oh, it's like his dream.
You honor me with this fight. May the stone show the boldest heart through the strongest arm.
Oh, right back at you. Honestly, Cheds would be loving this. This is like a dream come true for him. This is like what he wants to be doing. And honorably too. He's like, no, I want to go up against a strong fighter. But for the honor of the Grey Wardens.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Round one, fight! Okay, so I've got it auto-pausing at the start of combat because I need that split second to think. And it also means I can chat about what we're doing. So yeah, you press space so you can pause at any time. But yeah, I can have a quick think about what I want to do first. So I can't do this because it's a dual weapon thing. Mighty Blow. Let's do that. So what I need to do, again, I'm glad I played a little bit before I played here for you, because I struggled with combat at first, even though it tells me what to do. I'm stupid. So you right click to target them, and you can see it says attack in here, and then you pick what you want to do. So I'm going to pick this, and you can see it's changed to Mighty Blow. So that hopefully is going to work. And then this has a cooldown, so it's not like a spell slot thing. And honestly, it's so cool looking as well. Dude, he's hitting me. So my health is here. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And this is like my, oh, I did it. Yeah. I have got it on easy mode, to be fair.
Memorable fight. The young cadet vanquishes the wily veteran. Healer, see to his injuries. The warrior Everard, son of Galton, will fight last year's journey.
Oh, I've got to go again.
Champion, Adalbo, proven in glory before the stone.
Cheds would have a problem with killing them.
May we both win glory in the eyes of our lords.
This is very Street Fighter. I don't know, it's like the layout of it. It's like round one, fight. Yeah, I'm a bit sad that I think we're killing them. I like to think that Cheds would knock them out. Now you're talking my language, brother.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Okay. Oh, it didn't save. That's okay. I've saved. Right, target him. Do our thing. So yeah, so it's not like spells. It's not like spell slots. Like you don't have a limited number of them. You can keep repeatedly doing it. It's just got a cooldown, so you have to wait a few seconds for it to come back. I have got my health potions here if I need them. Okay. Good luck, Chads. So yeah, there's not much I can do. I can direct him to like run away and stuff, but I think we've got this. Alright, sorry, dude. Cheds is like, who's that? Oh, it's me,
the
yeah.
ancestors have withdrawn their blessings and embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Avern, son of Galton, will fight Nenka,
Oh, it's her.
silent sister in training. She has made her vows, but not completed her blooding. Will she be accepted into the legendary order? That will depend on her performance today.
She seems cool. Is she going to become an ally? Oh, she's just nodding at me. Oh, she's senpaiing me. I think there's going to be a plot twist here. I think we're both getting recruited. Again, I haven't played this bit. I don't know. I've just got my spidey senses tingling. Most of my guesses about this game have been spot on, by the way. Is he repeating what the last guy said to him? That's so cute. He's like learning the lingo. You honor me with this fight. May we both achieve glory.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Oh, she coming at me. She means business. She two-weapon fighting. Okay. Hit her and do your thing. This is the only thing I've got to do at the moment, so wish me luck, guys. Oh, my stamina's pretty low. Yeah, like, the fight mechanics are more detailed than I realised. Sometimes you chop the heads off.
The winner is
Oh, I'm sad. I wanted to recruit her. I wanted her to be my
Lenka
bestie.
went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Everd will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion.
Oh,
of the
I thought it
ring.
was done.
Against what?
Oh no.
I'm out already?
Dude. Uh-oh.
Hey! That's my armor!
Uh-oh.
Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred...
Wait, I know that man. That's Everd. Then what imposter did I fight?
Oh, they're not dead.
Remove your helmet, warrior, and let all who watch you see your face.
Do you know what? I reckon he's a little bit proud of himself. I'm like, I'm Cheds. Yeah, did well, didn't I? I am of no sorry, I said it wrong. I am of no caste or clan, but I have defeated you all. Dead proud of himself. It's like, yeah, I'm Cheds. Cheddar beefsteak. Who are you? Cheds by name, beefy by nature. Get a load of this. Duncan's like, yeah, I'm getting a load of that. I could get a load of that on my team.
You insult the very nature of this proving. Guards, take this filth away.
Hold your man, I pray you. This warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your presence, Warden. But this proving is not solely for you. There are laws which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This man is no warrior. He is casteless, rejected by the ancestors. His very footsteps pollute the stone. He has no place here.
Except as your champion.
Yeah, mic drop. Feckin' love Duncan. Our boss daddy. That's what bosses should be made of. Hotness.
Are you awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me? How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight?
He got caught too. Where are you, Lesky?
Shh. Keep your voice down. I'm in the next cell over. After they locked us in the Proving Master's booth for a while, a whole squad of guards transferred us here.
Barrett said he'd go for Rika if we were caught. We need to go.
You think I didn't look for a way out? Rika's not the only one in danger here. They could kill us. But these cells are built straight into the wall. And they confiscated all my lockpicks. What's it look like on your side? You see any way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that.
Wait, I have an escape plan, okay? We grab hold of her, knock her out through the bars, and then, have you ever seen that movie where it's like, Piss, Rag, Bend Bars? That's my plan. Piss, Rag, Bend Bars. So Javi is like the sidekick of the evil boss guy, right? You look familiar. Do I know you? He doesn't like her. he's looking a gift horse in the mouth. What can I say?
You might want to watch your words, Duster. They might be the last ones you'll get.
That's Jarvia, you moron. Don't take us in deeper by insulting Barat's top lieutenant.
You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you.
Okay. Wait, hang on. He wants to get us? Oh, why are you here? Where are the guardsmen?
You're not in their cells anymore. And I don't think I appreciate the time and money it took to bribe the right people to get you back. You got every guardsman at that proving thinking if he takes your head off, the ancestors will bless him forever. But they know whose hand holds the whip. When Barat claimed you, they knew who's going to get to watch your last breath.
Oh, he wants to kill us himself. Okay, I get it. Cheds wants to say this, but he's also worried about his sister. So, let me talk to Barrett. I can explain what happened.
All he needs to know is that you exposed him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together, boys. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
Okay, right, stop pissing. Take your top off, stop pissing. Okay, hello, hi. Can I speak to the guard?
Leave off with your noise. You're giving me a headache.
Don't you like me singing? There once was a man called Jeds. He liked living in sheds. He grabbed the guard right through the bars and chopped right off his head. I made that up on the spot. It was pretty good, wasn't it? The bar on this door's broken. Can you check it out? Oh, that's how it started for me too. I just wanted you to know how long I'm going to be here. Don't suppose you want to let me out, do you? Don't suppose you want to let me out, do you? Cheeky.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm not supposed to talk to you. Mistress Jarvia, she said wait here till the boss gets back.
Pick his pocket while he's distracted. Grab his head and slam it against the bars. That's what he's doing. Sorry, mate.
Hey, what
Oh, damn. I mean, that was plan A. You do have the option to turn blood and gore off. I was like, do you know what? It works in Baldur's Gate. It's funny, you know, when you start talking to someone and they're all like messed up. Okay. Oh, I've got a war axe. Don't mind if I fucking do, mate. Let's pop that on. Boop. It's not two-handed, but it's better than nothing. Yeah. Look at me, I'm free. I should probably save. Let's save game. Okay. Yeah, turning down the anti-aliasing and graphics settings a little bit seems to have helped. Let's have a chat.
Stone, what do we do now? There's nowhere in Orzammar that Barat won't find us.
I like the idea of him like joking. He's like, all right, see you later then. He's like, no, I'll let you out.
If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done. If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
Well, he's dead, apparently. I didn't mean to kill him. I was just going to knock him out, but he turned to bones, apparently. What's over here? Can I get in there? Where's the storeroom? Oh, is this my shit? Oh, it's my shit. I was hoping I was going to get to keep the other guy's shit. Okay. I guess I'll put my rubbish clothes on then. Can I get his... Can I... Oh, okay. No. Put my armor on. Gloves. Oh, I've got gloves. Oh, I guess this is like my mate's stuff as well. I'll keep the Dwarven War Axe, I guess. I've got my health potions. We've got short bows, but we don't have any, like, other stuff. What is it? Arrows. So I don't even know if that's going to work. Can you have... Is he 2-weapon fighting? So can I have an axe and a dagger? I can't remember what he had on him. Take that, take these. Yeah, and we'll see. I'm also going to put these in his hotbar too. I think it'll stay in both. Yeah. Okay, cool. All good. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. I actually do need a pee, talking about Wizzy. I might actually go and pee. I'm sorry that breaks like the momentum, but a girl must go and a girl's got to go. Okay, let's keep going. This game's so much fun. It does feel like playing a D&D campaign. And there's a good amount of... I like the pacing. There's a good amount of dialogue versus combat for me. I know we've only had one amount of combat with Cheds. Different characters have different amounts. Sorry, I don't know why my controls are so glitchy again. Is there anything over here? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything, because, you know, every little helps when it comes to health potions and things like that. Okay, I guess we just leave. I'm sure this is going to be fine. Okay, it's paused. Let's... Where are these people? I can't see though. Like behind a door? What if I make them come to us? Right, do you know what, Cheds? Can you cancel that action? Yeah, can you go... Do you know... Can I shut the door again? Where's the door? Can I... Oh, they not let me shut the door. I was thinking like if I could shut the door, like, and make them come to me. Yeah, I don't know. You go here. Let's make them come to us.
Get on it.
Oh, Cheds, where are you going? Cheds, mate. Okay, I guess. Alright, we're just going in, I guess. Sorry, the cameras are not great. Oh, here they come. Okay. He's got precise striking. He's a thug, apparently. 2 thugs. Let's just go for the first guy, then. I don't know why I've not got my thing. Mighty Blow. Come a bit closer. There we go. Okay, I can target him. Why can't I do my Mighty Blow? Oh, it's 200. Oh, I haven't got either of my shit. Wait. The good thing is, though, you can actually equip weapons in the middle of combat. There you go. Without it taking up your action. Okay, I've got this thing now. Do that. And then you as well. Can you get in here? Oh god, he's far behind me. Just get in. Get in, get in. Mate! Can you... Yeah, sometimes the camera's a little bit janky. Let me direct him in. There we go. Can you start stabbing this guy, please? Wait, what have we got here? Dirty fighting. Right. Dirty fight this guy. Cheds. You carry on going for that guy. Go.
Get on it.
Oh, Cheds, you're in a bad position here. Go here. And then get that guy. Okay. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Our health's okay. Again, I have got it on easy, I'm going to be honest. I've nearly got my thing back. Okay, let's go. That dual weapon sweep does not seem to be working for me, I'm going to be honest. Okay, let's take his stuff. He's got a health potion. Lyrium potion. What does that do? A potion that contains a small amount of refined lyrium. But that's for a mage. It restores their, like, mage power. A maul. 2-handed weapon. Let's go! That's what I like to see. Let's just check this last guy. Is that everybody? Yeah. Sometimes when you click them, you just get money rather than it opening their inventory. It's a little bit more efficient. Right, maul. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting for. He is a hammer guy. It's hammer time. He is a blacksmith. This is perfect. This is everything I ever wanted. Okay. Again, combat's really fun. Especially when you've got it on easy mode, it makes you feel like an absolute boss. Got more leather armor. I'll take it because I might be able to sell it. You know, he is a bit short of money, isn't he? So beggars cannot be choosers. They can, but... short bow, Carter shield. Elm, very fancy. But we don't use shields. We're not shieldy fighters. I like his sneaky little run. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's just leg it at these guys. Do you know what? Again, I kind of want them to come to me, just in case there's more people up there. So then there's like less people in the fight. Oh, I don't think they've seen us yet. Okay.
I shall do it.
Let's just go. Can I get this guy? Oh, yeah. Again, it's a little bit janky, but I like it. Can you also get involved, please? Can you also go for the same guy? Because if we take one guy down fast, that's one guy hitting us instead of two, right? That's my thought. Let's go. Dude, get involved. What are you doing? Dude, oh my god, what's he doing? Just go and fight. Go, go, go. Just get involved. Oh my god, he keeps stopping. You are not helping. Get over here. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's being so stupid.
I'll get on it.
There we go. His hammer's great. He's getting messed up because you dilly-dallied, you fool. He's stunned. Sweet. Cheds, go for this guy.
As you say.
Oh, he's stunned. Knock him out. Am I stunning him or who's stunning him? I mean, I know I'm stunning. I think he's seen someone else. I think my health's going to go up, like by itself. Have you got anything I can nick? Oh, yeah, he's attacking someone. Cheds, we need to move.
Very well.
I don't know how we get around there. Okay, wait. It's not smooth, is it? It is clunky. But it's fun. So you can hear some background noise. What are you doing being a melee fighter, bow guy? I'm gonna let my mate do his thing. Oh, he's stunned. Yeah, I like the stun attack that rogues do. Oh, do you see him like jab him in the tummy? Like he like hilt bashed him in the tummy? Like watch your actual animations. They're pretty fun. Okay. Dwarven mace. Nice, but not what I need. What does my mate need? Can I give him better weapons? Let me in. Let me in the barrel. I misclicked. Oh, sweet. Yeah, good armor. We'll take it.
As you say.
Let me put that on, please. Iron armor. Don't mind if I do. Cool. I like that armor, actually. I like the design of a lot of the armor in the game. Okay, I guess we're going through here. I just want to double check there's nothing we missed up at the top. No, we're okay. They didn't have anything on them. Yeah, can you see my health went back up by itself? So it's just in combat I need to watch out if my health goes low and I can click this. I might just save, just... I don't want to be like foreshadowing. Famous last words, you know? Okay, go.
I shall do it.
Hello? Okay. I like the things sparkle if I can click on them. It does make it a little bit easier. Okay, sir, I would like to do my mighty blow on you. Not that kind of blow. I do wish these VFX were nicer. It kind of makes me want to start modding again, just to mod that and make it a bit cooler looking. I think it looks too white. I think it'd look nice if it's kind of like fiery or something. Yeah, carry on hitting him, please. Mate, dirty fighting. All right, you do you. I like that it tells me what they're doing as well. Like, he's nearly down. Dude, what was that? What just happened? Wait, have we got a mage? Thug, thug, thug. Thug. Oh, my mate's down. Wait, hang on. Friend in need is a friend indeed. Go. He's stunned. I think I stunned. I don't know if I stunned him or he stunned him. I think I am using a big massive hammer, to be fair. Okay, we're doing well. The hammer is very satisfying. Obviously, it's like a very slow weapon, but It feels very on brand for Ched. Oh, that uppercut. Did you see that? Do you know what? Ched's has been waiting for this. He's been like waiting for the day. He's been dreaming about the day that he was gonna like take on all that guy's thugs. Oh. Get the guy who's stunned. That's probably gonna be quickest.
Don't be a fool. Come and get it.
I guess it takes them out of combat for a second though, right? Like they're not doing health when the damage when they're stunned. So I guess you're meant to like go for the others while that guy's stunned, but I also feel like I'm gonna get more crits on them. I don't know if it works that way. Ooh, dwarven boots. Give me my rootin' tootin' boots. Sorry, dude. The other guy's a rogue, so he can't wear like the iron stuff anyway. So I'm not just being selfish sticking this on Ched's. Again, we got the shields, but we're not sword and shield fighters. Okay, dwarven longsword. Can I actually give that to my mate? I don't know if you can. Ooh, we've got arrows now. Ice arrows as well. That actually sounds pretty cool. Okay, you're not an arrow guy though, unfortunately. Would you like... Hang on, where's your mate? You can really clearly see carrying limit here. So if we need to dump stuff, we can dump stuff. It's fine. What did I say I wanted to put on him? The longsword. He can't use it, unfortunately. Dwarven war axe. Can I put that in his like offhand? Is that better? No, it doesn't seem like I can. Okay, never mind. You'll be fine. I'll look after you. You watch my back. I'll watch your back. Okay, more gloves. Again, they might be good, but I don't think they're any better than what I've got. But, you know, we can sell them. Another war axe. Grey iron. Is that different to what I had? Again, I'm specifically looking for two-handed weapons for Cheddar. And the hammer's very on brand for him because he's a blacksmith. Is this going back the way I came? I think I've just like curved back round on myself. No, this is new. Okay. Righty tighty. Insufficient skill. Can I not just like bash it? I've seen a mod for that actually. I'm not using mods. But, oh wait, do you have lockpicking? Because he's a rogue. Wait, can I... Oh, wait. I think I can level him up. Okay, perfect timing. So, Cheds, I do like you to have willpower. I'm going to give you 2 willpower and 1 strength. And then we can't specialize yet. But you can see some of the specialization options. Champion, Templar, Berserker, and Reaver. They all sound amazing. And then we could do other things here as well. Threaten. I haven't got enough levels for that. Precise striking. Two-handed. Sunder arms. Let's take that because it just gives us another option in combat. So that's pretty sweet. Unless... Yeah, I can't do those yet. Okay, cool. Play. And then he also needs to level up. How do I level him up? Wait, hang on. Where do I level him up? Oh no, did I not do it? Oh, can he not level up? Oh, that's sad. No, I needed lockpicking. Has he got lockpicking? Stealing. Oh, dude. Oh, I mean... Oh, no, he can do it. Okay, cool. Novice Cold Iron Rune. Weapon Rune. You can upgrade weapons by... What did that say? Enchanting them with runes. That sounds cool. Can I do that now? Or do I have to do that, like, at a specific place? Wait, okay. Destroy. No, don't do that. I don't know how to do that. Okay, that's a job for... when I have brain cells. Okay, righty tighty paid off. I think we should go and try lefty loosey now. Will it let me in? It won't let me in. Okay. Straighty is greaty.
I'm cutting the whore free. If that turncoat brother of hers doesn't know his place, I don't need precious Rika either.
I mean, better outcome than I
That
assumed.
the one you got all done up in lace? I've been
Oh,
wanting to
maybe
get
it is
my
bad.
hands on that.
I know what you mean. She's yours if you want her, boys.
Gross.
And let me tell you, it tastes as good as it looks.
You fuck my sister, I'm gonna fuck you up.
What in sod all is that doing out of its cage? Let's teach this little duster a lesson.
I am not an it. I am a he. Right, where's the boss guy? We're gonna go for him. We're gonna go for him first. Okay, that guy. Sunder Arms. You do your own thing, mate. Okay, I did Sunder Arms, and now I'm gonna go for Mighty Blow. Yeah, he is absolutely, sorry, he's not doing great. Go on, get him. Let's do it again. Down, sweet. My health's okay. I'm getting tired though. I think we've got this. Go on. Yeah.
Did you see him there all when we're done with you? And you just charged in and sodding slaughtered him. You have to be the luckiest duster in Orzammar. Barat's dead, and we're standing here. Hail to the sodding king!
No, this sounds too good to be true. This is like, he's riding high right now, but something's gonna go wrong. We still are in trouble with like all the other dwarves, right? The posh dwarves who wanted to kill us. But yeah, Cheddar is like, this is the best day of my fecking life. Not only did I get to go into like the battle arena and just like prove that I'm like this awesome fighter. Sorry, I'm shifting around on my chair if you can hear that. Like, I also got to like kill the guy who's been tormenting me and bullying me and like bossing me around that I've had to like work under and like resenting this whole time. This is like the best day of my life. Like, if they kill me now, I've done a good job. As long as my sister's okay. I think that's what Chez is thinking. He doesn't want to step over the Enterprise. It's not his thing. As long as he never made it to Rika. He's protecting his sister. That's his main motivation.
Well, he sure was talking like she's still alive. But I won't turn down the chance to go take another peek. Hey, could you tell Rika I killed him? I mean, it doesn't do you any good if she thinks you're the most virile warrior in all the stone.
She's my sister. Stop being weird. Do you really want to say that when I'm holding a weapon? I hope he's joking.
An excellent point. Now let's go find somewhere to hide.
Okay. I'm not hiding. I am stealing. Dwarven belt. More strength. More armor. Don't mind if I do. Lyrium. Not for me. Where did the main guy go? I wanted to loot him. Maybe I did. Okay. Belt. Put it on. Yeah. Again, I don't want to put anything too good on my mate because he might not come with us to the next stage. Okay. Let's have a look around. That was freaking badass. I'd like, you know, if it does one thing well, you know, it does set up these like horrible people for you to kill. And it feels very satisfying when you do. You know, you really do feel like you've defeated someone who's like truly evil. Mate? I can't get through there, apparently. Where am I supposed to go, then? The opposite way. I thought I tried that. Did I not try that? No, I'm just stupid, apparently. Okay. I wonder if they have reused levels a little bit, because there's another... Ooh, nearly done. There's another level that looks a little bit like this with the tunnels. They may have just reused assets in like a different map for like another one of the stories. But even if they did, like the amount of variety in these backstories is so good. How long have we been playing for? Like 2 or 3 hours already? And then there's like 6 other versions of this. That's like 12 hours of gameplay just through the start stories before you even get in the game. Like, to me, that's really cool. Gather your party and venture forth. Yeah. Of course you could speedrun it, but I am enjoying this. And again, I haven't done this. My kid hasn't done this, so I've not seen this yet. Oh. Oh, Oh, okay, we made it back upstairs. Oh, you'll talk to me now, will you, shopkeeper?
You're not supposed to be here.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Is that blood? Ancestors, protect me.
Yeah, I'm your boss now. I don't want to be, but I'm just going to say it just to make you shit your pants. Right, I take it I'm going back to my sister. Glitchy
There
graphics.
they are! Seize the fugitives! Drop your weapons and walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist.
He's here! Dunk! Dunk the Unk! Okay, I wish I could save at this point and reload to get the good graphics. At least Duncan looks fine. Double meaning. Jeds, where did you go? If this is your idea of an heroic rescue, you're too late.
You do not speak until the Shapers have judged you.
One moment, my friend. Did you not suggest this Barat might have arranged their convenient escape?
Regardless, the penalty for impersonating a higher caste is death.
If Barat is as influential as you say, perhaps he also masterminded this Everd's impersonation.
Last I saw, Barat, he was suffering from a bad case of death.
He's dead? Barat had many enemies, but also powerful allies.
Barat would have butchered us if he hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated his courage. We Grey Wardens travel far and wide in search of those with the potential to join our ranks. It seems I have found one.
Thanks, Unk. Are you asking me to become a Grey Warden?
Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This man is a criminal. You can't do this.
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people. But it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the Blight.
No, I'm gonna go back home to my sister. Like, of course I'm accepting the main quest. I wish I could say what about my sister. Then sodding, yeah. This is a dream come true. Let's get out of here now.
Then before these witnesses, I hereby recruit you into the Grey Wardens. Know that you are most welcome.
This is highly irregular. The warrior families will be most upset.
Look at you, you duster. A warden. And to think I knew you when you were stealing bread.
Before we brave the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace, since you have so few possessions of your own. It was once wielded by the Warden Forel Idukan. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue his proud example. Goodbye, my friends.
Thank
and
you.
thank you for your hospitality.
He's so polite. Wait, no, what about my sister? I didn't even get to say, like,
We will
goodbye.
be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
It's a shame we got such a glitchy
King
cutscene.
Kalen, I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
It is a shame that my graphics have gone really rough. This area is known to be, when I was kind of like Googling fixes, this area is known to be like one of the worst areas for the glitches. But we're just gonna white knuckle it and just deal with it, because I can't save an exit right now while I'm in dialogue, so it is what it is. This guy is giving Paladin vibes. This guy is like Dame Aylin's brother or something. He's not going to be hostile to him. He's got no reason to be. He said don't be formal. I feel like Cheds is going to be like, can we skip the introductions? It's been a long trip. I think he's really overwhelmed. He's like on the surface as well. He's never been to the surface before. There's like a lot going on for him.
I remind you that you speak to the King of Ferelden.
Don't worry, Duncan. You must both be eager to reach your tents. Have you any news before I go?
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true Blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the Tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
I think Cheds would quite like him. Again, this looks so much better when your graphics aren't a piece of shit.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yeah, you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
What would you have him do?
Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you mean? What ritual? This is Ched's. A hot meal might be nice first.
I agree. We have until nightfall to begin the ritual. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
The weird thing that's throwing me out a little bit, because the Cheddar that's in my D&D campaign, he's got some weird ancestry going on. So he's a particularly large dwarf. A little bit, if you think about using like the enlarge spell or something on a dwarf, like they get bigger. So he's like an exceptionally, unusually large dwarf. So him being so little compared to everybody else is kind of throwing me. Like you don't think about it when he's with the other dwarves, but like now I'm like, why is everybody so big? Why is he so baby? What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
The Bridge of Doom! It literally is. It causes everybody's gain. There we go. It crashed. It crashed. Of course it did. All right. Well, I guess on that note, I'm going to leave it there. That is Ched's starter story. There are 5 more to go. I'm going to do a video for each of the starter stories because I think they're amazing. Hopefully my graphics will be a tiny bit better in the future, but you never know. We might just have to deal with it. That's the worst that scene's ever been for me because, like I say, me and my kid have both had a little bit of a playthrough. Yeah, that was particularly bad. But who is my next character? Let me check my notes. So my next person I'm going to be playing with is going to be a human fighter who's going to be a noble, and her story is going to be quite different, very dramatic, and we might get a very, very special companion in that video, so check that out. I'm going to pre-record, so these videos should go up pretty thick and fast, so you can get invested at least in the starter stories, the very visually glitchy but close to our heart starter stories. I probably will continue to play. I might pick my favorite character and play forward with them. So if you've got any favorites, do let me know in the videos. If you've got any thoughts, let me know. Try and avoid any big major spoilers, but the game has been out since 2009, so it's one of those. I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Take care of your faces. Leave me a comment, leave me a like. If you want to hype the video, it's very much appreciated. I will see you again soon. Bye, friends.